What's good, chat? It's Wednesday. I'm the meat in a Copa sandwich. Could not be happier to be here with this gentleman, both of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect movie night for a
It
Copa
is.
sandwich.
It is actually a great movie for a Copa sandwich. What do you think, Copa of the Phoenix?
I haven't seen this movie that we're going to be talking about tonight, but
Nice.
I can say maybe moving forward or on a different episode, we should have a good conversation about The Bear and how overrated it is.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Because if people like to have anxiety-induced entertainment, then yeah, you should watch The Bear. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So we're going to do that. February 7th is the Bear
Okay.
Night.
There we go.
We're doing
Okay.
it. We're doing
Yeah,
it.
so after this gangbang and bloodbath that's going to be
Yep.
tonight, we'll do the bear. Don
Slurp
can
off.
I'm not saying
we
it's
can-
bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like people are like gushing over it, pretending
Yeah.
like it's like I don't know, the second coming of Christ. And dude, chill out.
Dude,
it's not
if I-
Saltburn by any means.
Yeah, there's no bathtubs filled with cum that your protagonist drinks out of, but filled to the brim.
Okay, well, speaking of bathtubs full of cum, let's bring Dawn back. Here you go. And we got not a bathtub full of cum. Lady Bellfire's back. Lady B, hello.
I don't even have a bathtub, so don't go there.
All right, shower drain, that's fine. Whatever works. Copa's off camera. Okay, this makes it easier. What's going on there?
That's a prison soap on a rope thing here in my house.
Ah! Welcome back, Lady Bellfire. We missed you
Thank
last
guys.
week.
Thanks. Yeah, I was visiting my family in California, and that turned out to be an adventure.
Always is. California Adventure. We got the Gooch himself.
Yo, Dawn, I can't believe what I heard. Like, where you got a full house of greasers tonight, and you're saying this? How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Don just likes to surround himself with just guinea grease balls to the
Yeah.
max.
no
She
kidding.
does.
Well, that's the
Treat
worst part
that
about The Bear. Don't get me
bathtub.
started with that. They're a bunch of wops complaining in Chicago.
Yeah, but they're
You're begging
northerners.
for help. You're begging for help the other
Oh
night,
my
and then you turn around and do this.
It's not my proudest moment, Jay. Okay, can we just chill out here for a second?
Help me, guys. Help me.
Thanks for having me on.
That's
Zach. I
pathetic.
appreciate it.
Great show earlier tonight
Yeah, I appreciate that.
on your channel. And now, the main event. In this corner, we have, well, she's brown, but you can't hold her down. Vex, Electronica.
I'm waiting for Nadia to get here. I've got something for her. Actually, no,
Ooh.
since this is going to be a gangbang
If
tonight.
it is
I've got something for the whole
is it
panel.
half
There you
naked
go.
like Henry Cavill? Like, are we even living?
And the undefeated Nadia stepping in to the ring. Ooh, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Lefts and rights. We are having a movie fight tonight about Saltburn, and spoiler alert, it's a gangbang. What do you got, Vex?
I have yogurt here.
Oh,
Slurp it up. Vex. Get it. Get it, Vex.
I'm married. That doesn't faze me.
And I have water.
Oh, is
Okay.
it cloudy?
This is
need a
crazy.
gravesite. Need a gravesite to just finish off the night.
Is this what? Is this
God.
what? This is the pregame. This is what.
This
I
is
feel
what
like you
it
would have
is.
Brought a little bit more to it.
Wow, Vex. You gonna take that?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Nadia, what do you got? What's your response?
Oh, fuck this movie. This movie's a
Oh,
piece
okay.
of shit. Yeah, I hate this movie.
All right, show's over.
I
Alright.
would burn every single fucking copy of this movie if I could. And Don is gay for not liking The Bear. I'm from
Yeah,
Chicago.
Don is.
That
pretty,
is
That's pretty gay.
Chicago.
Hey, they're not mutually
Yeah.
exclusive. I can
Oh.
also be gay or straight and not like The Bear. Okay.
I'm kind of
Don's,
like on the
Don's
fence
drinking out of men's
there.
bathtubs.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather watch, dude. I'd rather take a whole the one you were talking about, Copa, the one filled to the brim, than watch another episode of The Bear.
How far'd
Yeah.
you get?
I'm actually at the
Oh,
best
the
episode,
credits,
Forks,
probably.
the one where
Oh, cool.
what was
Oh.
his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. But the one before that, with all the fucking that WAP
Fishes?
tradition of the fishes, yeah.
The Wop- no,
Not an alpha male. Beta male. Yes. Beta male. Beta. You're a beta male? You're a beta male. Not an alpha male. Beta. What a shame. Mommy's boy.
That whole
Don.
that whole dinner
there.
is a WAP tradition, dude.
That is really funny. Is that like a northern or a southern Italian thing?
They're northern. You can tell.
They're-
Look how white
yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
That's weird because like my family's northern and we've never done that. But I
They're
don't know
like-
if it's because we don't like fish or something.
They're like a family of John Campias.
My
I
dad
know,
used to
I
tell
can't-
me Southern Italians were darker because us Middle Eastern people came over there and helped populate a little bit.
That's
Yeah,
that's
we're.
not- You're
I
practically
identify.
African.
Yeah, I identify as North African. Thank you. Reparations.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Reparations now. Thanks.
I know who you're voting for.
I ain't get
Well,
shit. I don't
Hold
get
on,
respect from
Nadia.
the whites, and I don't get reparations.
Your people stole Egypt from the blacks. So
Us?
Yeah.
apparently that's what they're saying now. Yep.
Who wrote
Well,
it? Who wrote
they're
the
saying-
history?
What's her name? Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada Pinkett, historian.
Oh, yeah.
World
That,
renowned
yeah,
historian.
no.
she's
Jada.
reliable as TikTok. That one.
Yeah.
Like,
We don't. We don't claim her. No.
Oh, she's one of yours. She's one of yours.
Italian.
Let's talk to these fine people in the chat who are here. Some are here early. Appreciate you guys. OT was here 5 minutes early. Thanks, OT, for being a OT/CLS who
CLS.
did a prank and changed the name and found out you can't change it back for 14 days. Welcome aboard. William Richards here early too. Thank you, William. Good to see you. Goober, what's up, Goober? Will this be spoiler free? No. We're spoiling this shit.
You have
I mean,
to
this
spoiler
film.
this movie
This
because
film.
there's like they don't understand what a plot is. So like anything that happen, it's
Yeah.
like it's a spoiler.
Lady B. That's it. It's done. We're done. We don't
Yeah,
need to
we're
talk
done.
about this. Yeah.
I
Nos.
respectfully disagree.
Oh,
Yeah, that heavy hitting plot point of finger banging a chick on her period.
I mean,
Castle
who hasn't
Stone.
done that, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, right.
Yeah, well, dude, she said she was on her time of the month, and I always thought that just meant like the lady's, the bones in the lady's boobs were sore.
There's no bones.
What's going on?
Sure, you were able to produce a child. You know how.
the bones of the
You sure about
Yeah.
this one?
The
Wait,
bones and the boobs.
Yeah,
Copa.
did I not? Am I not right? They're,
No.
her boob bones aren't sore.
It's
Yeah.
boob cartilage. Boob cartilage.
Oh,
I've
cartilage.
always seen a skeleton with boobs, haven't you? guys?
arthritis of the
Yeah.
boob bones. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Arthritis tits. Okay,
Yeah.
Artha titties. Is that
Pops
it?
is here. Pops, you may want to cover your ears for some of this stuff tonight. This is going to be could be a rough one, Pops. But thanks for
What's
being
up,
here.
Pops?
Jay, good one. Yeah, Pops was killing it in your chat earlier today.
Oh, no kidding. He was just like full of the information tonight. So,
Fountain of knowledge. He's going to be on the show for the Bear on the 7th as well. So that's going to be good.
Good,
Great
good.
show.
I'm
to
sorry,
get caught
Pops.
up with
I'm gonna have
that.
to- Gonna have
Start
to
at the
destroy you,
beginning.
Pops. Sorry.
You gonna watch it again,
that's-
Lady B?
Well, okay, so like my boyfriend brought me in at the I think it started with the Seven Fishes episode, like where the mom is freaking out and it's like the flashback
Okay.
to Christmas and they run through the garage and stuff. And then I saw that and like the next 2 episodes, I think. So I need to start at the beginning.
I don't know why you guys think she's freaking out. That's just normal.
Yeah,
She's just normal Italian mom behavior.
Normal Italian.
I thought that was just Jamie Lee Curtis, to be honest.
That was
That's Jamie Lee Curtis without her stevia or whatever the fuck she hops.
that was my
these
aunt.
days.
That was my aunt Donna.
you.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Lady B, what's up, Lady B? Great to have you back this week.
Kids.
Yeah, titties.
Yeah, and it's not even this time of the month.
I know,
You're
and
Barmy?
it's so nice to go to like California, get like the vitamin D from the sun. So I am full of D.
Full of tea.
Yeah, it's like okay, so I moved here and I didn't realize
Yeah.
like I got this like D
Mhm.
Minder app which shows you how much vitamin D you can get from the sun, and then
Go
it's like I am on like day 20 something before we can get vitamin D from the sun up here in Iowa, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna turn my location back on, see what it says about California, and so the whole D Minder app like goes
slower,
about how
slower,
much skin
slower,
you
please.
like
Hold on.
exposed to the sun, right? So it's like
Yep.
60, 70, 80%
Yep.
exposure, right? I'm out like clipping my I'm
Just like-
trimming my vines and stuff. I have grapes, I have blackberries, raspberries, and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like take off my shirt, get a little sun on the titties, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like at 60% exposure here.
So do you
Wow.
think
Sorry.
like do you think like maybe like sometimes you could have too much D, or like you think there's like,
No, there's no limit on the D you can take.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
give it all to me, dude.
Is
Like,
there
like,
is there a
what's the
minimum
good
amount
shit?
of D that I need to have in order for the app to, keep
I
doing
think
its
it's
thing,
like
or-
I was looking at it, and it's like if you go out and like say it's really cold where I live here, and it's like if your face is just exposed, it's like 10% or something like that.
You're
So,
not going to
Gotcha.
get much D if it's cold out. That's true.
no,
That's true.
you
Yeah.
can't.
Shrinkage
The
is
D
a
goes
problem.
like.
do you get the coded D or the uncoded D?
I like the uncoated. Give me the meat. Give it to me raw.
Oh, oh,
I don't think I'm gonna
wow.
be able to do today, guys.
Yeah,
Nadia's going out of camera, it's too
For,
much.
like my last
Yeah. Can never get
Cimmerillion
enough vitamin
stream
D.
on Sunday. That's like the Rings of Power. That's the actual name of the last chapter of the Silmarillion. So shameless plug there.
Oh,
Ah, Owlish beard. Enough with the quail sauce. Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
Is that Rings of Power?
yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Wait, time out. So Rings of Power, if I'm getting this straight, Rings of Power quoted Old Dirty Bastard?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I know.
Kofi's
a big
think
fan
that- I try not
gangster
to
rap.
think of it as I'm doing this book club because I'm like, but it is technically the same name of the last chapter of the Silmarillion, but it's so much better than that absolute like dumpster fire. But hey,
That's the name of the chapter? Give
Yeah,
it to me
it's-
raw?
no, it's called like On the Rings of Power or something like
What?
that.
Are you reading this while you're sunning yourself with D?
Absolutely. Give me the D. Give it to me raw.
Squeaka has come through with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. So we got Jay Goodwin, Goober, Sassy Sasquatch, Jules, and Nadia now all members. Thank you very much, Squeaka Mouse. And Dawn, so what were you saying about the bear?
It sucks.
Enough. I am Gandalf. And Gandalf means me.
Gandalf? Not the wandering wizard.
The same.
That clip fucking sucks, dude. It sucks so
I'm so
bad.
mad. That's literally like a line from that book. I was like, I got to that and I'm like, he actually wrote that. Okay, I'm out.
Did he have to say Gandalf's name like a retard, though?
Yeah.
Gandalf, the
Gandalf?
wandering
Gandalf.
wizard.
Gandalf
Wandering
is me,
wizard.
like, bro.
We've got an AJ in the chat. So guys, check out AJ's channel, and he's got a GoFundMe going on right now, and he's a ruthless defender of all things Eric July. It's cringe level stuff, guys, but he's still a good dude, and we love AJ
That
here.
took me
You love AJ.
Tokyo, Steve. Hey, I think you're new here. Welcome aboard. Racerhead's here. Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch. Great to see you, Sassy. AJ has done her artwork for her channel, and Cannoli, who's also here. It's up, Cannoli. So check out AJ's work. Do some commissions. Make him do some work, because I don't know how to, like, sometimes there's some people who just like to get money without working, and I'm not saying that that's an AJ kind of a thing, but but put him to work for you. He's a talented artist. Make him work for it, people. Racial slurs. Yeah, I know. We're definitely demonetized now. I don't know how many Italian men.
Dude, if it's Italian guys,
Just
I'm
one.
like,
Well, how many ounces is it usually? I bet if you Googled it, you could find that answer. I'm not going to Google it, but
I am
some-
also not Googling it.
I'll Google it.
How many fluid
Yes, you
ounces
will
on
Google
average?
it. Hey, Ladega, what's up? Good to see you,
And
Jules.
How many ounces are an average bathtub? I'll look that up.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
now we're doing math. Well, actually, this maybe will help you with that if you want. Totally normal. Totally normal behavior.
Even
Why?
I find
Why?
these scenes all disgusting. I would just like to throw
Why?
that out before I defend this film.
That's not what you're saying. Backstage, you're saying this is your favorite part.
That's a awesome
You're like,
one.
Okay,
oh my
so
god,
it's-
that's what sold me on this film.
It's 1.5 milliliters
Uh-huh.
on average, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah,
I-
me. If that
Okay,
if
real
that tub is on
measurements,
the
guys.
if that tub is on the second floor, me and Jay is dropping it to the first floor.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry. How many ounces or whatever? Sorry, I wasn't even.
It's a 1.5 milliliters on average.
Oh fuck! I'm not doing that math. It's 80 gallons per bathtub, so a lot.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
So
Gallons?
6 Italian dudes in 4 hours, I think,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pops loves the bear. Oh, that could be. I could see that.
Oh.
Oh, it's quite the take.
They took her lithium away. Yeah,
Yeah.
she truly has peaked. I'm going to be on JT's channel tomorrow, 8:30 Central.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So welcome JT. And who else is new? Who else is here?
And Jacob's in there somewhere as well. Hi, Jacob.
Josh has a link if he wants to join. Yep.
Yeah, Josh also
Hey,
loves
Josh.
this movie.
Josh, get in here. We need another one.
Josh, we need like the gay perspective.
Another one.
Yeah, another one.
Yes, we need a gay.
Another one.
We need a gay
another
in here
gay
now.
person.
So it's safe. So
Personality.
nothing we
Yeah.
say about this movie will be construed as homophobic.
No, yes. I am gay adjacent.
No.
Don't give us an.
It's not a gay movie, though. It's not a gay movie.
No, this movie's gay as fuck.
It's not a gay movie.
I actually agree with Vex. It's not a gay movie. It's
not sure what
non-binary,
this
gender
movie is.
fluid, whatever.
Oh, there's fluids, all right.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
lot of
there's
Fluids.
fluids.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very.
We haven't even talked about. There's another scene in there.
If you're
where he-
eating another man's cum out of the fucking tub, you're gay as fuck.
It's not gay.
This
You're
movie is
only half
gay.
You're only half
Come on.
gay. Because I mean, the other scene, he's going down and earning his Red Wings. I mean,
Oh, yeah, he does with his red
Oh.
wings.
Well, there's another scene where he
Yikes.
hops on a dude in the middle of the night and starts stroking him and.
It's not
We'll,
gay.
get,
Yeah.
we'll get into all
It's
this.
not gay. That's
Good
not
stuff,
gay.
don't worry.
it's not
Let's
gay.
not
It's
spoil the lead.
Okay.
And then he-
neutralities of weapon in this.
We have got a Polynesian Minion with Truck Dog. Good to see you. Polynesian saw you earlier tonight too. Jacob Ironside, what's up? Yeah, welcome, Jacob. And all right, I think we're good. So Dawn, this is your favorite film?
Yeah, probably is going to win the Oscar this year. I have no doubt, even though it wasn't nominated. It's going to be one of those you didn't even see it coming. Amazing Oscar year. So yeah, love every second of
This
it.
kind of gave me like "Call Me by Your Name" vibes. Like honestly,
No, I didn't watch this because it looks fucking. It just looks like hedonism, well shot. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm not going to watch this. Instead, I watched The Bear, which is just anxiety inducing. So
Yeah. It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Bear is much better. I would watch The Bear over this
You did.
every day of the week. So
Everything
The
is
Bear is
actually a
phenomenal.
plot.
there's a plot here. There's we'll get there. We'll get
All
there.
right.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
the
where
idea
to
of the
start?
plot too.
Zach, where do we start?
We need to start from the beginning. Let's talk about the characters for a bit. Do you want to do that, Vex?
Sure.
Who's your favorite character in this film?
I did not like any of these characters.
Okay, so we are
Yeah. Sold me on this movie right away.
Yeah.
Just out of the gate.
But you don't have to like all the characters for it to be a good movie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So that's nothing against it.
It helps if you like one.
I
Okay,
counter-
so you don't like him. Which one do you relate to the most?
I don't think I relate to any of them.
Okay.
You
That's
know
0
what
for
one
2.
I liked was that guy Farley, and the reason why I liked it because this actor was in Gran Turismo, and I'm like, is this guy a good actor or not? And he actually
He
did
was
a
in Gran
really
Turismo, yeah.
good like performance in this. The other
He
one that
wasn't-
was like made me really angry was watching Rosamund Pike do a halfway decent performance because I've been
Oh.
watching Wheel of Prime, and she's
Man.
so awful in that show. It's like, bro.
She is one of the most overrated actresses
I
getting worked
agree,
today.
honestly.
to be
I'm
honest
actually
with you.
surprised she still has a career because she doesn't look nearly as good as she did 15 years ago.
Yeah,
So-
she's not really
True.
that great of an actress.
Yeah,
in
I
the
thought
mom
God
roles
Girl
now.
was her peak and then she disappeared because she's past the Hollywood prime.
No, okay, listen, we have a doctor in the house. and he is clearly thinks this is gay.
Yeah.
So
It's not
PhD,
gay.
everybody. Oh, it's
It's
gay.
not meant for gay reasons. How about that? It's not meant for gay reasons.
I don't think. I think the sexual part of this is not based off like it's gay or straight or something. I honestly think the sex part is just used as a weapon by Barry
Exactly.
Lewis. It
All right,
doesn't matter.
boys.
He'll basically fuck anything at this point.
Okay.
So
Definitely
Can I-
not gay.
Can I
Just-
just lay down a blanket
Yes.
statement for this
Do it.
movie, which
Do
is
it.
why I actually quite enjoy it.
Okay.
The entire movie is just what an occult ritual would be like for the rich and wealthy. If you view it like that, it's a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, but what's the ritual and why? What are they even
Yeah.
doing?
The whole point is to stay in power. So there's little droplets of information that are given in
There's droplets
dialogue.
for sure.
Who has the power? What is the power? Why
Uh-oh.
is it significant?
oh, did we lose Bex?
No, Vex.
She's talking about the rich and
What?
famous, rich and powerful.
And then she's
Yeah.
gone.
Yep.
I honestly think this movie is because the director had a bad time at Oxford and probably was shunned from all the rich kids and stuff there and decided to put her heart into this movie and just in a way like a revenge tale when it's not a revenge tale. I don't think there's any plot here. At
Yeah,
all.
that was the weirdest thing. It was like, okay, who like I was just watching this and I'm like, okay, what is the conflict?
Nothing.
There's
And why do you
there's
start at
nothing
Oxford?
happens.
Why do you start at Oxford and then you move into Saltburn? Where's the first you have an obsession with Felix, but then you end up wanting it doesn't make sense.
Let's start from
Sorry.
the beginning. This is
Sorry.
this is
Sorry,
this is
okay.
a major character. This is Saltburn. This is the estate.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
estate.
giant castle-like place. It has a name. It's enormous, and it's sort of it's sort of the second set, I guess, for the movie because they do
Yeah.
start off in Oxford, and this we find out eventually is our main character. Ollie's goal was to, I guess, have Saltburn.
I know. It's
Wait a
so
minute.
weird.
Retroactively?
They never-
What year in college is he? Because he looks like he has progeria.
This is supposed to be 2006, so this is supposed
No,
to be
I think they're in their
relatable for
final year.
millennials. Yeah.
Their final year of school.
Okay, so
yeah.
he's supposed to be 22.
Yeah,
No, he's
somewhere
supposed to
around
be-
there.
No.
Okay, I graduated in 2004, and I'm like, I did not even get the like millennial vibe from this movie at all, which is really awful because every review I said, oh, it's a vibe movie. And I'm just like, if it's just about making a vibe, you make a music video, you don't make a movie because there's literally no story for that. And
Well,
I've seen,
you have to understand it's millennials in England. That type of lifestyle and culture over there is different than American Western colleges. So
I don't think it's even that. It's the whole point is it just takes place in a time where technology isn't a huge facet yet. That's really all
Yeah.
it is. So there's really no deeper meaning in having it in 2006 aside from that, because otherwise the plot doesn't work if everyone's got a smartphone.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't work with the smartphone, 100%. That's why they did that setting, I think, too. But this is Ollie, the main character. He's our talented Mr. Nipley, is what I would call him.
the talented.
Fucking hung like a hog though.
Yeah.
My goodness.
He is. He is.
Oh my god, yeah, the end of this movie is totally gratuitous. It's the best part. They should have started there. It was giving me like flashbacks of like Michael Fassbender in Shame. And he's just
Yeah,
Don't
we should
a
have
clip of
a-
that one, but
Yeah, we
like,
should
wasn't
have a
naked.
hog off with the bigger hog.
So-
I'm married. I didn't notice.
aw,
I was
You have
just
a heavy
like,
travel blanket. You
It
can't
was-
use that argument.
It was literally in your face
not
the whole
wrong.
time.
just a blanket.
Can I?
So was the Minotaur.
I don't
The
wanna-
Minotaur was hung
Oh,
too.
oh, oh, oh,
Anyway,
oh,
sorry.
wait, wait.
I don't want to like say too much. I got it because I have a take on it, but I'll let you guys go because I think they could have done a little differently in the beginning to set it up for this story. Because the ending, I feel like they just kind of went Kaiser Soze in the ending there, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, it's it all makes sense now, and it's just like, no, that's.
I do agree with you. I don't, because if you compare it to a talented Mr. Ripley, it's kind of obvious. Like they allude to what Ripley's intentions are, by the to lead
Oh,
up
yeah.
to the end of the film. But here they don't do such a good job. So I would agree with you that that's actually a weakness in this film, in that it seems to start off as actually a pretty interesting, just like two boys kind of like trying to sort of like find who they are in adulthood kind of deal, and then it does a weird transition into basically a ritual like slightly horror film instead. So
What made
I
made that interesting to you though, Vex? Because you see that a million times about two outsiders trying to fit in. So what made this different? Where you're like, okay, yeah,
honestly,
I'm on board.
I didn't like the movie in the first half. I liked it better in the second half because it gave me a lot of now I'm not saying I'm comparing them in this sense. I'm just saying the undertones were very eyes wide shutty for me, which is what makes me like this film. And there's a lot of hints throughout the entire film that also allude to the second half, what goes down there.
Yeah, but the rich people in Eyes Wide Shut were smart, cunning, and deadly. These people were just vapid, much like every other character in this movie. It's vapid. There's nothing there.
And you aren't supposed to take any of the rich people seriously because that's this is.
I don't even
partially a
take the
satire
main
as well.
character seriously. I
Yeah,
don't take
it's-
Oliver seriously.
I got lost because it's like it starts off like City Mouse and Country Mouse kind of story, and then it just all of a sudden flips into this weird take, and we'll get into it. But it was losing me a lot of the times. There was characters that were placed in there that were useless; they weren't even needed. There was just a lot of plot holes in this movie that it just
Yes.
We're meant to believe that this guy is like the plucky underdog who's in Oxford with all these rich kids, and he's earned his way there through some
I have a
scholarship.
question. Like,
And he's really
aside from Felix saying that he was on a scholarship, what was there other than the weird autistic kid talking to him in the beginning? What was there that made you think this guy was an underdog?
Well, they
Because
tried
it's
to. They
awkward.
tried to set it up. The awkwardness, the not being able to pay the bill at the bar, the just like being shunned to the nerdy table, which I didn't buy for a second.
I didn't buy either
it
because it was
didn't-
like the people just kept talking to him like he just sat there because he was awkward, like, or because he couldn't find anywhere else to sit. It's like they did a really, really bad job of setting up who these characters were.
Yep.
And what is the conflict? Like, I could buy this story so much better if they would have set up that this guy had something to prove, that this guy had a chip on his shoulder or something like that, if he felt like in some way inadequate. But there was nothing in the beginning of this movie that made me think that this guy was anyone that shouldn't have been at Oxford.
right, but they told us that he was in love with Felix.
Yeah,
Right.
at the
Right.
beginning.
He's not-
And it's
Yeah.
like,
he's
if
not
they
in
have
love
to
with Felix.
preface with that, like, okay.
Yeah.
I think okay, so I can again, this is another reason why I can forgive that. Again, yeah, you're right. There isn't much of a plot. This is more of just like a bunch of instances strung together in order for the final half of the film to happen the way it does, right? So I have the same concerns about the first half of the film, but I think you need to step away from it as being like a straight, like a very linear storyline, and instead just look at what it's trying to symbolize or show a version of, or try to open your eyes to instead. What works in this film is all subliminal. It's not what you see at face value. I think that's what makes it work for me.
I was watching the interview with the director, and she said it's not so much people. I feel like people confuse this for an Eat the Rich type of movie. I don't think it's an Eat the Rich. I think that's just a surface level idea
is.
people have. It's more she says it's more of an obsession with beauty and stuff. That's why aesthetically it's beautiful, right? It's pretty. It's very well shot. Light is used very well. Cameras are used very well. But I feel the plot and the characters don't leave something for desire. There's no
like the
story to me in there.
Film were kind of silly. It's like every first of all, the film is extremely dark for some reason, and then like every single shot that's an interior shot, it's like they like lit off a smoke machine, so there's always this weird like mist around it, and I didn't feel like the composition. Like, I'm thinking of like something like Stalker or something that's an atmospheric film where it's more about the visuals or something,
Right.
and I didn't really even
That's a
like
great
what's
film.
great about this, like.
So this is how we're introduced to Oliver and Felix. This is Oliver staring longingly at Felix out the window, and into the Oxford courtyard. And so that's kind of, we're supposed to think he's in love with him. He says he's in love with Felix. And that's sort of the buy-in for the audience. And he does appear to be poor. He then tells us, well, he tells Felix that his dad's dead, his mom's a deadbeat. And he uses that to get invited to Saltburn for the summer. But I don't know how he would have, there's no way to understand why he thought that would have had that result for him. But
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't understand why he wanted to go to Saltburn, because they don't establish what Saltburn is or the significance of the place.
They do say it in some of the dialogue drops when they get to Saltburn, actually.
Well, later in the movie, when you figure out, like, spoiler at the end, and somebody mentions that he's like very intelligent, he's a genius, he's, you know, you're supposed to believe that all of these coincidence is him being, you know, a mastermind and putting this together. And I didn't buy it for a second, even if when they revealed it at the end.
I don't think he has a plan from the get-go, the way things unfold, because even when he arrives at Saltburn, he's still pretty awkward. And he does wait for the chance to set everything in motion, which you see later on when him and Elspeth are having, like, the drinks outside. She's like, I was gay once, but women are a little too wet, you know, that kind of thing.
By the way, that was
so
the clip that made Vex go watch it, because we were talking about it. I was like, "What is this stupid movie?" And I clicked it to her. She's like, I have to
to
see
watch
it now.
after that, yeah. Right? But like he waits to set his plan in motion. I think the other thing, and this is now a fault of whoever has written this movie, is they don't do a good job of setting up final year school. He probably knows who Felix is, where Felix is from, what family he's a part of, and that also is another reason why he sets his eyes on Felix.
But if he set his eyes, he started putting this plan in motion at Oxford, because he set up their meeting together.
How it unfolds, I mean, once he gets to Saltburn, like I'm saying, there's a general idea that he's like, there's a general outcome he wants, but the way in which it happens, he bides his time a little bit and gets what information he can from the family before doing that, whatever he does.
That seems to be a lot off camera, what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's just how I picked it up, though, because you can see his character act very intentionally awkward and out of place, and as though he's taking everything in for the first time. He doesn't just jump to, oh, I know he's got a sister, I know they've got this, I know the mother is like this, because he honestly doesn't really have a frame of reference aside from what Felix has been telling him throughout the first half of the film. So for me, seeing him in just those first few days where he's at Saltburn, you can tell he's getting used to things before and it's when the mother drops that little bit of information about Carey Mulligan's character. He's like, here's where I can finally snake my way in. And then a lot of things are skipped, but this is over the course of like 3-4 months of summer, right?
Vex,
Right.
do you think the end result started from Oxford? Do you think from the get-go, while he was Oxford, his end result was Saltburn? Because I didn't pick up that at all. I felt it was an obsession with Felix that kind of molded into this obsession with Saltburn, maybe, when they finally got there. But I felt like there was two different types of storylines that were trying to play together, and they were just butting heads on that.
Yeah.
So I think it starts off trying to mislead you as that, but then you can honestly see that and this is why he keeps saying it's not that I was in love with him, it's that I loved him. It's more that Oliver wants to be Felix. It's why there's also so many instances where he's being like, he's trying to be very sly and watching and copying everything Felix does as well. So it's like, it's a twisted admiration, if anything. And that's also kind of one of the things that leads to him slurping the cum out of the bathtub.
Okay. So let's skip to the end when he fucks Felix's grave. Spoiler alert.
We'll get there. I got to
No. But this is a good question. If he's so admiring Felix, why is he fucking his grave?
You could say the same thing about a ton of different serial killers who say the same thing. I admired this person, I loved this person, but I still went ahead and skull fucked them anyways.
Yeah, I just have some questions about this. Okay, one, it's like they don't ever establish why is Felix so cool and why is Oliver an outsider. It's like there's no establishment other than like Felix has a bunch of friends and like Oliver doesn't seem to have very many friends. And it's like, and what is the significance of Saltburn? It's like, what, I mean, like when we do screenwriting, it's like there's talk about a character's like need versus their want, and then like want is sort of their superficial desire, and their need is what like the deeper like levels of like fulfillment that they need to be happy. So it's like you could want something superficial, like for example, I would say like Oliver's character, he wants like Felix, but what is his need? He wants to fit into something greater, and there's no establishment of that, because it's like, who is Oliver? Like, who are these people? Like,
I actually disagree. I think they do a fine job of setting up why Felix is popular. There's like the first like
there's
5 minutes
nothing. I'm like, there's nothing,
him.
but he's rich. Like, they're Oxford. Like, do people not understand who the people that go to Oxford are? Is it? I mean, I'll be
It's a
willing to say-
cultural thing.
Like-
I was on a stream with a friend who lives in England, and it's a status thing over there. I think
I agree.
yeah.
I would just say I went to UCLA. I was very like high up in the academia thing. I knew people that went to those schools, and it's like, okay, it's a very like, it's for the rich and famous people, and you go in there because you have a title and stuff. But if they don't make that differentiation between the two characters, it's like he's at Oxford, so this other guy's Oxford. So in my brain, it's like, okay, they're like all rich kids or something like that. So I never got that he was different until Felix says that he was here on a Oliver was here on a scholarship. So.
And then this is another thing where there's details that you find out later on as to why Felix's family is where they are. So they have ties to Henry VI and Henry VII.
Mm-hmm.
They have ties to Shakespeare as well. Just the fact that their last name Catton just means Old English, so you already know that this is a well-established family that has been a royalty, of wealth for a long time. Like, this is where like I can understand why there's confusion maybe with the way things are set up, because there's so many little details that are given elsewhere in the film.
Oh, yeah. I get that, but I'm just saying, it's like they're both at Oxford, so I was assumed that they were both of the same level of people, and they don't establish that like Oliver is different from the beginning.
Well,
What
he's
they
very
do-
awkward though. Like
Yeah.
that they make it intentional
like-
to show him on the screen as
They-
alone. He's hunched over. He clearly doesn't carry himself
Yeah.
with a lot of confidence. Even
Yeah.
when he's in the study hall thing with
But that's all an act. Like, we find out that it's all an act. It's a Kaiser Soze. Like, he's
that's
doing
the point though, is nobody
Yeah.
expects the sheep in wolf's clothing kind of deal. That's
I
all
got to
it
say
is.
hello to a couple people here quickly. We got Adam Grace here and White Bear. Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate to see you both here. But
Hey,
I can
Whitey.
say, like, on Vex's, I could understand Vex's point of view on this one a lot, actually, because a lot of these shots we get are him pining, looking longingly at Felix and his friends. He wants that life. He says he loves Felix, and it's framed that way. And he's got his nerd friend who is like autistic or whatever, and who he kicks to the curb eventually. And I don't know what that purpose was, other than to show us how big of a loser Oliver really was, because he was the throwaway character, right? He just yells at him to say, ask him math questions. And so that's to show him that he's an outsider. This is like the worst guy to hang around with. You don't want to be with him, and he's stuck with him. And he's looking always at this other group. And so, like, from that perspective, they're showing us that he believes they're better. And we find out later the money stuff or whatever. But I don't know the Saltburn connection, like why he honed in on Felix specifically or Saltburn. And we also get his kind of, who was supposed to, I think, be a foil for him here.
I think that was the
Farley?
red herring. I think he's
Yeah.
the red herring in the movie. If you go back to the nerd, one of the things the director said, and she said in fucking so many interviews, that she believes no one is nice. So that is a concept in this movie that
Oh, okay.
even herself she doesn't find is a nice person. Like, nobody she knows in real life is nice. So
Nice.
that's where I think a lot of this, like, throwing away this character, you know, he used him for what he needed, and he's moved on to the next. He wasn't looking to actually make a connection or friendship.
Right.
Yeah.
Still a
My
piece
boy.
of shit.
Aemon Targaryen, baby. House of the Dragon.
Yeah, I know. I was
Summer.
gonna say it's the House of the Dragon problem where everyone's
Right
tough and you
here.
don't care about anyone. Like, you're like, you're all
Right here,
evil,
baby.
just die. Woo.
This is Felix. He's kind of the other main character. He's the only character in the movie I actually enjoy, and the dad is fine too.
The
I was gonna
dad
ask real
pretty
quick.
funny.
I was going to ask real quick because I haven't seen this movie.
Yeah.
But this guy was in the running to play Clark Kent, Superman.
He was.
What do you guys think? Do you think he
Just
has
skinny.
the chops
Just
after
kidding.
seeing this?
He could bulk
He didn't
up
get
and
the
I
job,
could see
but-
it.
Yeah.
He's
He's got the
pretty
chin.
super-
He's
I'm
got
so
the chin
used to
for it.
him in Euphoria, so
Right.
that's where I know
Super
him.
Yeah.
boy.
The
Okay.
what?
Euphoria, it's a
Euphoria.
Oh, that
HBO
other
show.
gay ass show. Okay.
which is, I feel, very in the vein of this, very much a aesthetically pleasing thing to look
Josh.
at, but no depth to it.
Euphoria actually has a story. It's actually good. And it's
Yeah.
great acting.
Again, if you look at this all as a ritual, it's actually a pretty interesting movie. It's
But
all
that-
about how
Ritual, though.
Farley,
I don't
that's-
Farley,
that.
that Farley character is he was not even needed. He was like a token character. It was
you know
just,
what? But Farley
it
is
was-
supposed to be no. Farley is supposed to kind of be from the viewer's point of view. Farley's also the only other character that has come from like a poor background compared to these people as well. So in a sense, it's like Farley is meant to kind of be, this is what you can be one day if you keep kind of following the path, or if things get better, or if you weren't such a fucking dink kind of deal, right? And then he just
Farley's
ends up
like the
losing Farley by
bastard
the end.
redheaded stepchild.
He's the
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman in Talented Mr. Ripley. You
Yeah.
can see right through who Oliver is. But they do away with him at the third act. They just shuffle him off. He never appears again. He just disappears.
This director and writer had concepts that they really liked, and they said, I really like, the Eat the Rich, I like this concept, and just try to mash it together instead of just coming up with one coherent story.
It feels
And
very
prepare-
first drafty.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
Yes.
I like her other movie. I do actually like her other movie, so I don't know.
I hate her other movie, so I
Oh,
was
I-
expecting to dislike this one.
Okay.
Promising
I thought I
Young
would like
Woman is
this
one of
movie
the worst
going in.
films I've ever seen. I like seriously. I hope anyone who loves that film. Oh, I'm not going to say that. Hold on, that's too.
No, Vex,
Now you know
you-
how I feel about
no,
Saltburn.
Vex,
Now
you have support in the chat. People are supporting you in the chat, Vex. You got friends here.
No, it's okay. I'm okay that you guys don't like this film, but like I really fucking hated Promising Young Woman. Like if there is any film that just screams
Carey
propaganda,
Mulligan.
it's that film.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Now you know how I feel. Now you know
Move.
how I
but
feel.
this
about
isn't
Move.
propaganda. though.
Uh-oh.
Move.
Josh.
I'm gay. Move,
Joshy's
I'm gay.
here.
Yeah, let's
What's
get the
up,
gay
bitches?
perspective. How do you feel like as
Hey,
a
Josh.
gay person watching this film?
I hated
Did
it.
it give you some ideas?
No. Like, look, I watched this, and as I'm watching this shit go down, I'm like, okay, see, this is just another reason people think all gay people are fucking psychotic. So,
True.
Gay check, true. Yeah.
yeah, but listen, if
get a
Copa
gay
dies,
check
I'm
on
gonna go
this.
fuck his grave. You know.
Get a gay check.
Does everybody on this panel know that graveyard scene was improvised?
No, that's cool.
I can.
it is.
Hey, you found that out. Yeah.
Mary
that
was like,
graveyard
so-
scene's cool.
She's
Whoa.
like, I
Clip
need
that.
a clothes set.
Clip. God, what a high tea show we have tonight.
Okay, guys. Like, I'm just gonna go with it.
Cool.
I'm gonna take my pants off and I'm going to start pretending to hump the ground, and you guys just run with it.
But that's why I wonder. It's cool you found that out, because I wonder how much of this was actually written. Like how much of this was just made up on the spot
On
by
the
Barry.
spot.
It feels like
Yeah.
100% of it was made up on the spot.
Yeah, that's what I think
He's a bit
too.
of a weirdo
Yeah.
to me, but I learned like he was in foster care most of his life, so he's always had to pretend for all these families that he's lived with and stuff. So it played into his acting career. Yeah, he still looks like Squidward to me, but yeah,
Mhm.
he's a weirdo.
You should be
Wait,
taller.
That's the actor saying that, right? The actor.
Yeah,
like,
himself. Yeah, him. It's not his character. Himself.
That
That's
is really horrible
up.
to think if he was in foster care and he was kind of like dragging from that, because I don't know if you've ever gone down the rabbit hole of the sexual abuse in foster care, like that's horrible to think about.
I don't think, again, most
Yeah, I
of
don't
the
think that-
sexual scenes that do happen, it's not inherently sexual. Like there's no pleasure coming out of
Okay.
it aside from the power play that Oliver
What?
gets out of it all. So
What?
even when we're no, listen, even if we're looking at him having sex with the grave later on, right? Again, he makes
William.
it very
Then why
clear
put it in? Why put it in then if you're saying that?
again, okay, I said this at the beginning of the stream. I think all of this, the gross scenes that they put in there, they didn't need to put in there. They could have gotten
Yeah.
across the point without putting any of those. Like, it's gratuitous for the sake of being gratuitous because look, here we are talking about it on a stream now, right?
Yeah, true. That's true.
But like at the same time, it's like it works into the larger frame of like this guy is not. He's not of sound mind, and him having sex with Felix's grave isn't necessarily I'm in love with you and I miss your body kind of deal. It's more this is how I'm choosing, or not choosing, I should say. This is what feels right in order to process like the loss of an idol. the loss of the person that I wanted to be or really thought
I
I
also
wanted to be.
kind of wish there would have been more stakes like set up with this so that it would make sense that he would be willing to go. Because I pretty much thought like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. I thought it was just the setup of it was like he's gonna kill Felix. Like that is just I just knew that was gonna happen. They don't show it and it's really weird, but it's like, what are the stakes for him? That never happens, and it's like it's not until they're going to his mother's house that you find out, oh, it's all fake. And he does say something because he talks about the Carey Mulligan character, and he's like, okay, what if it's just bullshit that she's saying?
Well, this is also why I don't think the plan was always to kill Felix, because Felix found out that he was lying about his background and everything.
I wish there would have been more establishment for us so we could be more invested with him needing to protect his story, so you would there would be a reason for him wanting to go.
But you don't want to like him. You're not supposed to like or support.
I know. I'm not saying to like or support.
But
I'm just saying that there's a reason. There's a reason. There should be a reason for his behavior, and there's nothing so far other than he's like this sort
Josh.
of like bleary-eyed kind of guy.
I want to hear from Josh.
Yeah, go Josh.
Yeah, he's got fire. I can feel it.
I got fire. So I'm gonna kind of ride Vex's coattails here because I do think she's right. I don't think he's having the sex just to sexually get off, but I don't think it's what you think it is. I think it's more of a conquest for him, as a way of like, I have conquered this person. I have conquered just the way he goes about every person that he ones up. He eventually like finds a way of having sex with them.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So I kind of view it as a conquest, but I do think this movie was like a bait and switch where it set you up to think it was just an obsession, like he was a sociopathic obsession with Felix. But I do think his goal was everything. Like I don't think it was just Felix. I think he knew exactly what he was going for. And you mentioned the fact that his Felix found out that his dad wasn't dead. I think that sped things up. I don't think it changed the plan. I just think it sped everything up.
See, the sex, I agree. The sex is more, with both of you, the sex is more about possession, and possessing them.
We from the hood.
Yeah,
now?
we possessing them. And that's what it's really all about. That's why he slurps the cum out of the fucking tub, is because he wants to inherit everything that Felix is. And I get that, but it's never explained thoroughly. And that's what makes Talented Mr. Ripley a better story that is inherently for this one. Saltburn beat for beat is Talented Mr. Ripley.
I was just going to say that.
If you drop Talented Mr. Ripley on its head, five stories up, you get Saltburn.
If you do a modern retelling or
if you do a modern retelling but immediately off the bat with Talented Mr. Ripley, they set it up like he's wearing a coat that he shouldn't be wearing. Someone mistakes him for being a classmate of his son's in Princeton, and then he sends him off to Italy. Immediately, right then and there, you know his character. He has no scruples. You don't know. You don't know the depths.
Airport.
Yeah. In the Italian airport, he's sitting there. He's already taking Dickie's identity, who he's supposed to be tracking down. So right then,
let's
and there,
get through this one first before we. We got to, because there's a lot to go through here yet. This is the family. I like this dynamic where they set this up, where this giant estate, they all hang out in this kind of small room together, and it's kind of informal. It's a bit cluttered. I do like that. They seem like a together family at the start anyway. So that's established well, I thought. And they didn't do anything with it later on. They have this whole karaoke party night with neighbors that never comes back. And I do want to say Lily had a comment earlier about how Farley may have pushed him to motivate him to want to take Saltburn, but I think also he got that same thing from his nerdy friend who said like they'll dispose of you as soon as they're done with you. And
so is it so much wanting Saltburn or so much wanting to social climb though? Because regardless of where the house would be.
And Saltburn is social, just by equation. That's what it means.
But
so
I mean,
they're one and the same.
if Felix didn't live in Saltburn, would he still want, in a sense, to be attached to that family because it's a social climb thing that he's trying to do?
I don't think it's a social climb. I think it's like what Josh said, the conquering. I think he wanted to conquer something.
Fuck this movie.
And I also feel like this movie, the writer had the ending and and didn't know how to start the movie.
I actually agree
Yes.
with you on that.
Yeah, like
because-
normally
Yeah.
you see them right the beginning and they don't know how to finish. This is reversed. Like I
This
feel like
movie would
this
have
is how
been-
it's going to end, but we don't know how we're going to get there. And
Mhm.
like I mentioned earlier, if like the beginning felt like City Mouse and Country Mouse story, and then all of a sudden it just falls on its, it goes
feel like this
sideways,
movie-
and
I hate to say this, but because I hate when people say this, but I feel this would have been better off as maybe an 8 series,
Yeah.
one
No,
season
it
show.
wouldn't. No.
You don't think so? To give us a
No.
little
No.
bit, spend a little bit more
No.
time in Oxford building that
No.
up, and then getting the Saltburn.
No.
Well, fuck
I
me, I
think
hate
would
this
have
movie
made
anyway.
sense
If all-
if it was like a period drama, like in like say
It is
'cause felt
technically a period
it's a
drama.
period drama like from like Jane Austen time. Like it would have made more sense because then you have the social construct. That's why we're having like Saltburn and an estate that has like an income of like 18,000 whatever like a year would have meant something. In the modern world, what the hell does this even mean?
This is a period drama. I hate to break it to everybody
Yeah.
on this panel. We're
Yeah.
old as fuck. This is
Yeah.
a period drama.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
Yeah.
like
2000s. It's
2006 just having like a pointless title to an estate that like is basically like a museum that nobody cares about
No,
mean
okay.
anything and
Yeah,
there's
so-
nothing established to show that it does.
Nadia, can you
just
go
wanna-
explain like what you on your other show you talked about that because your friend, his wife went to Oxford or whatever, and so
Yeah.
it is a bigger deal there than we think it is.
Yes, it's a huge deal over there on last names, having old time names in that, having certain money and going to Oxford. There are certain statuses that you get, and I truly believe we both came to the conclusion is this director went to Oxford, probably had a shitty time, was picked on, and this is her revenge movie on it. And she had a concept in her mind, but could not execute it properly.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I agree with you completely, but there's the problem of like we know that because you either researched it or I know that because I know that people that went
Right.
there, but it's not shown on screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's
Yeah,
not
you're right.
properly
You're right.
executed.
Like there's no
Good.
explanation.
I mean, I feel
You're right, Lady B.
if
Yeah.
someone who's in England probably takes this differently. I don't know. I still,
Yeah.
no
That-
offense, Vex. I think it's still a bad movie, but I understand what you're saying. That's why I'm saying I don't think she knows how to execute it. She has the ideas.
Yeah.
She just didn't know how to just put it out there properly.
Exactly.
I agree with both of you. Like again, and this is where the first half of this movie didn't sell me at all. It's all the second half that did. I think this is less I got bullied in school, and this is more I got to peek behind the curtain in Hollywood and see what really goes down.
Could be, yeah, similar.
I think
in the
for me
clicks.
that's what again that makes more sense because like literally this is like there's a whole like there's a whole occult thing that just happens for the whole second half of the movie, and some of it's really obvious, some of it isn't very obvious, and it's also why all the gross shit happens as well, because there is like a specific
that.
kind of occult
That's good,
intent
Gooch.
in doing all of that.
Put the intent in period drama.
That's pretty good.
That's
That's
really
pretty good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I thought we'd get more from this relationship with the butler or whatever his title would be, because it's teased that it's going to come up later, and it really never does. Like
The butler knows everything. That's why.
Yeah.
The
And the
butler sees what this kid is going for, but the butler also knows what's going on behind closed doors, so he has to remain neutral.
Well, also, I think the butler's loyalty is not so much to the family; it's to Saltburn itself. So, no, whoever owns Saltburn or lives
yeah,
in it
it's
doesn't matter.
Part is
as long
like what was
Saltburn
it?
is
Season,
taken care of.
it's from that like part in what was it? Season 7 in Game of Thrones when Varys is like, I serve the realm right before the dragon eats him. Like, oh.
Okay, well, so yes, this is this is
Duncan?
I thought there'd be more conflict here. There wasn't. I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
but why
why was
not?
there no
But I thought there would be. And so, but there's no conflict, but there is. Bathtub. There's a
I get why
bathtub.
girls think this guy is cute. By the way, after seeing, he's pretty cute.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm done with the twinks. He was giving me too many Timothy.
He's got a
Chalamet
jawline
vibes.
at least, though. Like he's got a strong jawline.
But I
He's
don't.
got-
But he has like his
In the way
as
that
many
Twilight
girls
guy
as he
has.
wants.
Why is
he-
the
he
water
has-
so?
He can have any girl he wants, and they show that. So why are they showing this? Why is he got to unload when he's
It's a voyeurism.
unloading?
He's at the thing for the. He's
Yeah.
home for the summer. He can't have chicks easy peasy anymore.
Totally normal.
He was
Oh.
fucking that chick at Oliver's birthday in the maze to kind of get away from everybody
Yeah.
that Oliver stumbled across.
Period Butler. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yes. I know it's bad. It's bad. Boosh. I know.
I miss
I-
I miss the high tea guy. Oh, I miss that. So
I do want to
much.
ask Lady B, do you really think he's a twink?
He's kind of like he's almost like I'd almost say he's an otter. Like he's a little bit too bulky to be a twink, but he has that like kind of
He was giving me
like
mad
mid-
Timothy Chalamet, Call Me by Your Name vibes.
Yes, I was
Yes.
just saying that's what this film felt like. There were so many weird, creepy moments.
Which was
in this
which
that
was
it
the gayest
like-
movie until Saltburn came out.
I'm just sorry.
Well, I
but
need to watch
I
that
put-
movie. I've never heard of that movie at all.
Oh, it's
Oh my
awful.
god,
Call Me
it's
by Your
creepy.
Name.
Army
There's,
Hammer's
like,
in it.
Pedo
No,
vibes.
don't do
big
it.
time
Don't
in
do it,
that.
Beck. It's not worth it.
Wait, I like how you said it has pedo vibes. It's a pedo movie.
Yeah, it is really
100%.
truly. Okay, I was just trying to
Yeah.
be generous here.
No.
There's
like-
like it's creepy. It's
I like my men a little
really
bit more
don't like
bare,
it.
so I'll pass on this one. Him and Jeremy Allen, they're all the same body type. Pass. I'm out.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but-
It reminds me of those emo like skater guys that I liked in high school. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, but Jeremy Allen White, he's a midget.
That's true.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah, yeah.
jacked as fuck, man. He's huge.
He's got resting
He's
bitch face the
he's
whole
a
time.
jacked midget, but he's still a midget. I'll still kick him 50 yards.
He would have been a better Oompa Loompa than Hugh Grant.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
This is our boy here. He's.
I don't get the appeal of this guy. I just
I don't really either.
Dude,
He's a good actor, I guess, but
I'm telling you, he looks like he
He's
has
not my type.
progeria.
What
I
is
I don't know what
progeria?
progeria is.
Progeria's the Benjamin Button's disease, where he looks older than he is.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's like premature aging. Like
Yeah,
he
he's-
just has that like weird
That's
look
fair.
that some like white people have where they have like the Asian eyelids.
Oh,
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah.
Somebody know
Well,
what I mean?
I mean, he doesn't know what
Asian
his
artist?
The Asian Islands.
Yeah.
Come on,
It's just coming-
it's
it's coming at
God,
you,
I can't think
Josh.
of the name of it. Like it's
No.
a strange thing, but some people have it. But
I'm telling you, he looks like Squidward.
he does look like Squidward. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking weird. Like,
does
did y'all
look
ever
weird.
see The Sacred Killing of a Deer?
Yes, I
Yeah.
hated that fucking
yes.
movie too.
Yes.
Oh, I hated that. Like, oh my
So-
gosh, that was a bad movie.
Vex, where were you on that one?
I was in the middle of the road with that movie.
No, it's fucking terrible. Vex.
It was awful.
Vex.
Dude, that whole movie is just one giant troll to just waste your time for an hour and a half.
Like
There's
this
Lofty
parts
fucking
I
loves that
liked,
movie.
parts I didn't like, but I wouldn't watch it again. It's a blip on
Because
not
it's
even a blip
fucking
on my
bad.
radar.
Listen, let me just say why I'm really here. Because I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And then Vex kept going, yeah, but there's a story there. Yeah, but there's a story. And I'm like, is there though? So I wanted to come on to prove Vex why she's wrong. And like point number one, I mean, she's a woman, sorry.
Yeah.
Point number two,
Got her.
I love you, Vex. I'm just kidding. Also, Nadia and Lady B.
All right,
Don't-
Josh. I
it's
think I
just
can.
Vex.
Like
Eh,
lemon,
eh.
volume down.
You see Josh's gayness kicked in and apologized real quick.
Yeah.
for that joke.
Yeah.
I know. Stand your ground, man. Tell her this fucking.
And you
bull-
make fun of us Canadians. Wow.
Say there's no
I had
story
to-
that
Oh yeah.
I
Disney
had to
could write a
pull that
better
back
script.
in. Look, I had to pull that back in because I'm trying to negotiate a series with one of these ladies. So, well, I know, right? But
How hot
to
is
your-
this
okay,
scene?
I just want to say you keep saying that there's a story here, and I will agree there is a story here. But the only reason there's a story here is because shit happens because the plot needs it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that.
None of
Because
these
there's a
characters'
very
motivations
specific
make
there's
sense.
a very specific thing that they're trying to show throughout the movie. So yeah, like I agree with you, and it's some really outlandish shit as well. So yeah, it is. Again, this all leads back to I agree with you guys. The writing is not perfect, especially in the first half of that movie. I'm with you
I would
there.
say
There's a lot of problems still, but I like
worse
where
in
it
the
ends
back
film.
half.
I think it
Yeah.
gets better in the back half because it's
Oh,
clear
no.
what the intent
No.
is in the second
No.
half.
No, I think that's where it becomes more muddy. I think it was more. I think there
No
seemed
pun
to
there
be
either.
more intent. Yeah, no pun there.
This movie is like a butterface, but her ass is crooked, so you got nothing to fuck.
again, this is all just a ritual sacrifice. If you watch it like that, it actually gets better in the second half.
I don't see it.
I don't see it
I
either.
would like to
As
know
an
your point.
occultist switch,
I
don't
took
see
notes on this.
I wanted to turn this off every
to know-
20 minutes.
Yes.
I wanted to turn it
I
off.
want to know why you think it works if it's a cult ritual sacrifice, whatever. I want to know your points on
Right.
this.
Okay.
And also, I would, before you answer though, I would argue if it were flipped, if Barry Keoghan's character was the one that was murdered, I would say yes.
Me too.
Yeah,
But
because like
not-
he doesn't
not the way
play
it
a
is.
very good slick kind of snaky type of character. His face is very telling. It doesn't work. It's a snake.
Plus, he ever like show. There's no moments where his character is established that he's somebody that's manipulative, that he has it in him to do something as tricky as what he actually does in the end.
Yeah, you only know that from his parents by them
Come on, guys.
one line of dialogue saying he's like a mastermind. But
They have to spell it out to you. They're like, oh, this is hey, just so you know, here's an over voice. This guy can be manipulative. Just to let
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
like if you have to do like
There you go.
the voiceover, like you're
Come
not
on,
doing
no,
it
you
right.
don't have to do that. That's a bad point. Listen, I
it would actually probably make the movie better.
Here, but you that's not a point against this show. They didn't explain to you this guy can be manipulative. That's part of the mystery. Before you get the great fuck.
Yeah, that's why I'm not pushing back on Vex's, subtext comments either, because you have a whole movie based in subtext. That's completely fine. What you need though is characters that you can identify with or relate to, that moves the story forward. And none of these characters they're all hollow. And I'm not saying that from a standpoint of like, oh, they're vapid in the movie because they're supposed to be. They're actually, the writer is hollow. Like they never fleshed out these characters whatsoever. And
This
we're
is a
supposed
problem with the writer and director, in all honesty. Like, I found that to be a problem in her previous movie as well. Her characters are all, like, there's a point to them that she wants to get across, but she
Right.
doesn't know how to fill them adequately. So I agree with you. That is another problem with the writing of this film.
Is anybody getting mad Top Gun vibes with this scene right here?
Oh, I switched it to Moraine
Yes.
for a second
Oh.
for Lady B. And there she is. That's your girl.
I don't like her at all.
I can't stand this chick.
Coppola
Yeah.
and like
I like this guy.
doing, like
I like this
what's
guy
his
too.
name? Yeah, the dad was the best character because he's
Yeah.
so just out of touch.
And Felix
But it's
was
been
like
done-
not bad
It's been
either.
done so many times. This character, like it's been done a million times. Like the dad just kind of the shrugging everything off, like looking away, not really
True.
engaging, doing his own thing. It's the mom is like picking up trying to pick up the pieces somehow, but lost. It's I don't know.
I found it to be the opposite way. The mom doesn't care, and it's the dad trying to keep some semblance of something around.
No,
That's why
mom's
you desperately-
organizing everything.
Yeah.
Mom is
No.
organized.
The
Yeah,
mom
she
doesn't know
organized
what
the
the fuck's
party.
going
She
on.
organized.
Can we appreciate lovely Sherry's comment here? She's not
Yeah.
wrong.
I
It's
don't
not
get
wrong.
the
Weird.
appeal. I don't get the appeal.
I
Yeah,
don't
gross.
get the feel either. No.
Okay. Just put it in a
might-
blender. Yeah.
An uncanny valley thing for me, I think, going on with his face.
He looks like he's it looks like he cut off
He's half
Miles,
orc, yeah.
Miles Teller's face and put it on his own. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I want his face.
I went to
off.
Well, isn't
Yeah.
he?
They
Isn't he
should do a
Joker
face off together.
in the Batman? Isn't he?
Yes.
He's a Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
awful in that too. I don't know why people are going nuts about that deleted scene. To
I
go
don't
off the
either.
rails a little bit here, but
The Batman, 3 hours, 3 days too long. That's
oh yeah,
my-
agreed. Agreed.
Agreed.
I also
All right.
kind of like didn't think that the whole like the family in this, it didn't feel like it actually existed in the modern world. Like, I don't know. I think about like the sort of like aristocratic British people and all the weird crap that goes on with like the British royals and stuff like that, and all of the things you would think that these people would be involved in, and it's just like it reminded me of something from like a Bronte novel where it's just like these weird like random nobility that just lives in this gothic manner that nobody talks to, and they have no like concept of the outer world. Like I thought they would take that the Carey Mulligan character and tie it more into the story to show maybe they were manipulating her, but like she's in there for a scene and then they say off screen she dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, her character was absolutely useless. I agree.
Yeah,
with
she
you,
did not need to
on
be in
that
this
one.
movie at all.
I think
Like,
in
what was
terms
she
of,
supposed to be, like Stella McCarthy or something?
yeah.
Well, you knew when she was on her way out when the mom called her a wet blanket because with her comment back about being a lesbian for a brief moment, but didn't like it because everything was wet. And then transferring in that when he called her character a wet blanket, I knew then, okay, that character's out. She doesn't want her here anymore. She wants the dryness of men, whatever you want to relate that to.
But she didn't even think that
Their
until Oliver
buttholes.
said something about her. So it's like, you're so dumb, you can't even form your own opinion.
But I 100% believe this is how rich people in England live. This is the British family right here. I 100% believe this is the shit they do.
The way I was seeing it is like kind of like all of these like wealthy kind of like higher up or
Whoop, you
well-known
son of a
families. What happened? I'm so lost. What happened?
I just said buttholes. That's all. They only want the
question
dryness.
about-
Nadia said they only want the dryness of men, and I said they're buttholes, just like that. But sexier, way romantically. And it got Jay.
So I have
Sorry.
a question. I saw this film described as a black comedy, and I did not pick up on that at all. Did you guys think that
What?
this movie
I
was
didn't
like
get
that?
I think the family characters are all trying to be like satires of something,
Yeah.
but again, this goes back to the writing.
Right.
This is a problem
Of
that
what?
the writer director
Like-
has. Again, there is an the rich thing, which everyone says is going, and you can kind of see it in the way that she tries to make all of these wealthy people cartoonish in the way that they like see the rest of the world, or they see people that have actual hardships and whatnot. And I think that also reflects really strongly in the family dynamic, because I imagine, at least, all of these kind of like rich, well-known kind of socialite families, they don't have a traditional dynamic that we're used to, especially if we look at this as a very old family that has ties to like aristocracy and stuff like that. You can probably see that there's a lot of shit that probably goes on behind the doors. Both of the women in this family have already been alluded to several times as being molested as children in this film. So that actually would explain as well why they are the way they are and why there is a certain distance with everything.
I'm still wait. I want to know Vex's cult thing. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay. So
Sell me
pentagram-
on this. Sell me
Yes,
on
okay.
this. Vex. Okay.
So pentagrams show up quite a bit in the first act of the film, subtly in the background of stuff. So this could ends up signifying like the five wounds of Christ, right? So he ends up
The what?
sometimes
Five what?
the
It's
five
like-
wounds, the five, because Christ got the thingies, the heart, the ankles.
Stigmata.
Right?
Stigmata.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just saying
The
as a
thingies.
witch, it means something really different.
The
like
thingies is the right way to say it.
Yeah,
traditionally.
that's
so
a biblical quote.
I've never heard
from-
it like described as the five wounds of Christ, but go on, because it's
Jesus
Okay.
ickies.
That's where the
Jesus
tie is,
boo-boos.
right?
Yeah.
But, like,
And the Roman soldier gave him a thingy
A
right in the
boo-boo.
hand.
An ouchie.
Yeah.
Whoops! It was a whoopsie doodle.
Yep.
But like some people also see this as conquering like five elements, right? In order to kind of, supersede or whatnot. So he does conquer Earth when he has sex with Felix's grave. Again, that's all a power move. There's nothing sexual about that. The air, the mother ends up getting lung cancer, and he literally pulls the breathing tube out of her and
Is
mocks her.
that
with
what? Because
cigarette
I
smoke.
thought he said she had
Okay.
an accident.
I'm following. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, but
Go ahead.
he rips.
By the way, that's not
breathing
how
tube
you
right out of her.
Yeah, that's not how you unplug someone. Where was the nurse when you fucking pulled that?
Yeah,
tube out?
I know. I was
Anyway,
like, when they come in and
That
see
doesn't
the
work.
body, they're
$1
gonna
million
know
dollar
that it was
baby.
pulled
Come
out.
on, guys.
yeah. Okay, so we've got air and
And Earth, okay.
This
Water
is the airbender.
cum-
Let's do this. Okay.
Water is the cum in the bathtub.
Okay,
Fire,
yeah.
fire is the sister's blood, and the spirit was literally killing his father by taking away any hope that he had for his family to be normal. The father ends up dying of cancer later on, which we all know. That shit will give you cancer when you talk about stress, right? When Felix and Oliver are chatting earlier on, they say like he's like Felix or Oliver's asking like, what do you rich people do, right? And then Felix says, which I thought was interesting, Latin, water polo, and child abuse. All things that in one way or another you could link back to child ritual sacrifice and or blood sacrifices. All right.
This is a way more interesting movie than that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
this
driving
is
the way.
none of this is in this
Fucking
movie.
Interesting movie.
None
Yeah,
of it.
none
What-
this is.
You're,
What are you
you're-
watching?
You're really digging. You're really
Yeah,
digging.
like,
to,
Yeah.
Whatever movie you're writing, I will watch. I'm
Vex
like,
was
I don't know
reading.
what this is
Vex was
not.
reading books on the occult while watching this movie. She's
I
like,
think
wow.
she was
Yeah.
watching Seven and this movie at the same time, thinking, "Oh, let's
It's
instead of
interesting.
the seven
Mixed up her
sins, deadly
notes on
sins,
this. Yeah,
let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
the
All right,
pentagram.
all right,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey Vex,
all
do
of-
you remember what orientation the pentagrams were in? Like, was
they
it
were
with
all
the
they
like?
all looked. So some of them were just
So
like
was the point of the star upwards or downwards?
upwards.
Oh,
I
that's
thought
interesting.
I thought
Because
there would be
usually,
more.
if it's downwards, it's like because the point is the is spirit, and whenever it's like inverted, it's you're putting the spirit down, which is sort of like the like
So
divine
you never see
aspect.
it
So you're
inverted.
putting everything up.
Yeah, the
I-
pentagram stuff
That's
doesn't show
weird.
up in the second half of the film whatsoever. I looked for it this time.
I would
Uh,
agree with
huh.
you if you were utilizing. There was some symbol in the beginning of the movie that was almost occult-like, had like a hand with a crown on it. That was in the beginning of the movie. That I could follow in what you're saying if you were relating it to that. Maybe
Mhm.
you're losing me, but continue. I want to know about your movie.
See, I think it would have been better if he took the rocks and he had the pentagram at the end, and that would have laid everything out better.
And grew horns
uh,
and
Yeah, I could, but there's nothing, Vex, that leads
Again,
you to
I
Yeah,
have
maybe
more.
the
I have
horns with a
more.
whole
I
like
have notes.
go,
killing
go,
of
Oh
go.
my
Baker
God.
Deer thing.
Let her cook.
this
Let her
is
cook.
conspiracy.
All right,
Let her
so
cook.
it's also nearly a full moon when Oliver first arrives at Saltburn, and it's after the full moon that we can really take a guess that things start to, people get crazy around a full moon, right? Okay,
Yeah.
little thing. Okay. So the statue during the scene when the mom is talking about Carey Mulligan's character, where they're having the drinks outside and she makes that lesbian comment, right? It's of a man beating down a woman with a stone, and he's got her grabbed by the hair like this. So this is where I really think the plan really initiates, because his first strike is to take down the women. And you see that even when he starts to fool around with Venetia as well. He doesn't really fuck with anyone else until he knows that the women are taken care of. All right?
Bex,
Okay.
I think they should have hired you as art director for this movie because you're finding symbolisms that I don't even think the director knew was in this. But continue.
Okay. So the occultism stuff, okay? So Oliver had read the Bible over the summer, the King James Bible, because it said in that study group thing that, there was a reading list. Did you? It's like the guy's like, the King James Bible was on there though. So in this sense, Oliver kind of understands what is going on again, and this is also me doing some legwork because again, I agree with you. They don't do a good job setting up the characters and all this stuff in the beginning, so you have to make a lot of inferences, right? But this is kind of like Oliver is understanding kind of what the give and take is of this darker lifestyle of the rich, whatnot. Okay. Young oversexed individuals in both the children, also signs of child sexual abuse often. I said the Tudor family length, ancient wealth and whatnot. I meant to look at who Bernard Palissy was because he's the artist that they keep referencing, but I didn't do that. The mom, she says that she has a fear of beards and stubble when Oliver first arrives there. Felix lets her know that. Again, associating kind of youth with purity kind of thing. This also makes me believe, like low key, that Felix was actually bringing friends back to Saltburn to sacrifice by the end of the summer, because we do find out that there were
Or
other.
you know what that could be? Because she says she's obsessed with beauty and she hates anything that's ugly, and she says she doesn't like the stubble. Maybe she's a pedo.
It could also be that. I mean, people that are abused as children often turn out that way as well, right? The black tie dinner, like they have to dress up for dinner every night. This kind of just like, I was thinking like ritual and feasting on the blood and stuff. If you watch like those spirit cooking videos, or like seen the photos of that and stuff like that.
I'm Catholic. I don't watch that stuff, but continue.
The daughter says that the family is all cold-blooded, aka lizard people. Conspiracy.
Yeah, I don't.
Now you got me.
understand.
Now you got me. Okay, now I'm in. Lizard people, let's go. I'm in.
It's
I'm
just
in.
the follow through on it, and it's like, okay, I
mean,
get
if
the
it-
spirit cooking stuff, but it's like I know about Maria Abramovich and like Lady Gaga and stuff, but it's like I just don't see the kind of symbols that kind of stuff. I don't see it in the movie.
It fits.
It's
I
not
mean,
obvious at all. That's why this is all a movie that's built on everything in the background, not what's in your face.
It's not even in the background. Like I don't know. Okay, keep going.
think
Keep
this
going.
Those are
You know-
Gwyneth Paltrow candles. Those
I think this movie is
are
actually made for lizard people
Pussy
in our
candles?
society.
yeah.
X.
Okay.
Do you think this movie is actually made for the lizard people, those type of people in our society?
Again,
and this is just their
This-
like.
no,
there you
for
go.
me, this is just like the writer director maybe got a peek behind the curtain, just like
I mean,
Stanley Kubrick got a peek behind the curtain and they killed him the day his movie came out.
I truly 100% believe the British families, lizard people. But continue.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah, but to go on your point, Vex, that this is all in the background. That's the point. Is that a filmmaker would put some of this in the foreground?
But
Mhm.
it kind of isn't, because it's like it's kind of reminds me,
Dilly.
because I was thinking about I started making this video about like the second episode of Wheel of Prime. There's some really weird symbolism there, and I recognized it for being something else that's like a reference to pedophilia. And then I started looking it up, and I found it's actually been something that's referenced in a whole bunch of movies and stuff. But it's like they've done it so much better, and it's like they've done so many. You can understand if you knew the symbol, and it's like this is why I don't think it's an adult movie, because it's like if you're into that stuff, you know what to look
Well done,
for.
Jay.
You would see the signs, but like it's like I don't see really anything of that. So it's almost like she thinks she knows what she's doing, and she's trying to drop hints, but she doesn't know anything.
So like I agree with you because I think Nadia even said earlier, I don't think even the director or writer knows what she's kind of doing. Like she's
She just
unconsciously
was
working a lot of
kind
this
of-
in. Yeah. But it's in your face by like the final act of the film, especially during the party, which takes on a whole Midsummer Night's Dream. Which is all just about different types of love, varying.
Yeah, on Rumble. We have Rumble chats coming through now on this side. It's actually working.
I have a question for you, Vex.
Sure.
Would this movie be a lot better if I was on mushrooms? Would I understand it the way you do? 'Cause I feel like I need to be on mushrooms to understand it the way you do.
Fall asleep with true crime to understand this movie.
I mean, where was the cool even 2000 soundtrack? I was missing that.
Nadia, you just don't. Nadia, just don't pay attention to the movie. Just look in the background, and you'll understand the movie at that point.
Whoa.
You know, it's all the symbolism and stuff.
Yeah.
I love you, Vex. You know I do. I understand where you're coming from, and as someone who analyzes films, I totally get that from your perspective because you do this. But take a normie into theaters to watch this, and they're not going to get nothing. Nothing
again,
of this.
This is why I can understand. I can understand even if you're a normie or not, why this movie would not be your cup of tea. Again, up until the halfway point, that's where I was. I was like, I'm not liking this movie whatsoever. But I completely flipped the script, right? So like I can, and again, I acknowledge that there are some really fundamental issues with this movie, but it's just that second half really works for me, and that's why I like it. It's the same reason why I can like let the Neon Demon slide as well, which does essentially the same thing. Like it's a barely there plot. There aren't really characters that you get to know or anything, but the entire thing is like this is how you sacrifice your soul for beauty. Everything is going on in the background or in the setting kind of deal. So that's why I can forgive these movies for like failing where it doesn't need to or shouldn't because I can see what they're trying to get through in the final product. And it works for me.
I can understand. I just fuck this movie. I hate it.
But
But continue with your notes.
All right. So then hold on. Black tie dinner. Okay, so nudity in the fields and the incest jokes. Again, it's pretty obvious that both of these children have been diddled by family, which is a lot of what the royal family has done through many centuries as well.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yes, for the stream. Allegedly.
Now the whole Minotaur death, right? So this is like half man, half beast kind of thing. The entire part where Oliver follows Felix into the maze was meant to be like the story of like the warrior Theseus going into the Minotaur's mines to defeat it for the rich family. But then what ends up happening is he kills the Minotaur and then he fucks over the rich family to take the crown instead. So this is where like she's not being subtle with it at all. Like it's in your face. And I think she subtly realizes that the audience isn't going to pick up on that as easily as well. So she needs to put it there. And it's also like this Minotaur thing, same exact physique as Barry Kehoe if you put the nudes.
I kind of agree with you on this, but I also look at it as the Minotaur is Barry himself or Oliver or whatever the fuck, and him ripping the body is actually the family ripping them apart and killing
and
them.
That's what I mean. These are the 5 wounds that he ends up conquering at some point. Yeah,
I'm not going Jesus-y with you, but I meant yes.
But it's like they're one and the same, right? Like ritual sacrifice and anyways.
Yeah.
But wasn't it the sacrifice of a virgin to this like half beast thing?
I think we all know that isn't going to happen in this day and age. at
Yeah.
least.
I know.
that's
So
the
it was
closest
like,
we can get.
it was so dumb too. Because afterwards, it's like they act like he doesn't know what's going on. I mean, like it's just it's so dumb that they wouldn't think that the audience would connect, like Oliver to Felix's death.
That's a fair criticism. I can't refute that at all. Again, fundamental issue, and that's just like a trait of the writer director, right?
There was no autopsy at all. There was nothing. They just like, okay, I guess he's dead.
It's like, what world is this? Like,
But that's like, I mean, that could be. They just didn't want to. I mean, the police couldn't find the body. That was a ridiculous scene too. That's their dark comedy, I guess.
Well,
I guess
interesting point about the maze. The maze actually was created by the guy that creates all mazes for video games and like hotel courts and stuff.
did you think it was silly? I was looking at the maze thing, and the way into the maze was so
there's
easy
two
to get
ways.
into
There's
there.
two ways. There's a cheat way to get in. She wanted two ways. A very easy way, which is probably what you pointed out, like a cheat way to get in. But then there's also a very like difficult, no one could probably figure out way to get into that maze. So there's your fun fact about the maze.
Gotcha.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
No, you're good.
No pops, no, it's not a movie.
I lost my point altogether.
Oh no!
Oh, the body.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm not. I swear. I just work with children. I don't sacrifice them. I promise.
You know a lot about this stuff. Like you really have this down.
It's almost like she listens to it to fall asleep to.
I like this shit. Like this shit kind of, wets my whistle a little bit, kind of deal.
Like a wet blanket.
The whole
Yes,
Towel
yes.
before you get your whistle wet.
kind of fishy that why wouldn't they just look through autopsy? But then if you also think of it like how the wealthy decide to take care of people or intimidate people,
Something's going on with your mic.
you don't want to.
There we go.
Pops, do not watch this movie.
I would
do
pay
it.
so much money to watch Pops and Roman react.
And Roman react to
Oh.
this. Yes.
Oh man.
Okay.
Or at least a supercut, right? You're like, oh, what is that?
What is he doing? He's drinking. Oh.
What is he doing? Yeah. Want to see something gross?
No.
Oh, Pops, for context, he's kissing this woman with her own period blood.
Yeah.
He ate her out on her period. Which, by the way,
Yeah.
I knew a kid in high school who did that to his
Yeah.
girlfriend. So
What?
I've all known somebody that's got the Red Wings. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ugh.
I can nor confirm nor deny I've had an experience.
Whoa.
Oh.
Nor deny.
So,
Nadia, let's go. Tell us.
you
That's
should
what I
like
saw.
Saltburn then.
No.
Hold on.
No, yes, actually, you're completely right. I went in thinking I was gonna love this movie just by the trailer. I was like, "This is my jam. This is really dark. I really love dark characters." I usually end up rooting for the villain all the time, and there's to me
that's
there's no
gross.
hero nor villain in this movie. In a sense, everybody's very bland, one
Kind
dimensional.
of.
Yeah, so I should have liked this movie. Yeah, fuck this movie.
I thought I'd like it too. And hello, Mrs.
Me
Flu. Sorry
too.
to gross you out immediately upon coming into the stream, but yeah, it had to be done. Had to be done. Yeah, it's a vampire movie, sort of. Yep.
Get your iron, guys. You got to get some extra iron in.
I was really hoping you'd do the whole feminist thing and it'll be a feminist movie, and it's like we're going to make bread with our vaginal yeast.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I know somebody used to do cupcakes with their. Never mind. Never mind.
No.
What is wrong with women? Y'all need to be in chains. Shit.
This is what
We
happened.
give you the right to vote, and this is the shit we get now. God
Too much
damn.
vitamin D. It's too much
It's
vitamin
way
D.
too much D.
Too much vitamin D.
Way too much freedom.
Repel the 19th. No.
Oh my god.
Yay.
And then the last point I have is like, so because the Midsummer Night's Dream like themed party, so it's kind of like reminiscent of celebrating Saturnalia, which is like a pagan thing where the youth would kind of like get drunk and all of this stuff, and there would be a sacrifice.
Well, the thing with Saturday, like, I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure that out. Like, I was like refreshing myself on the plot of Midsummer Night's Dream, and I don't even really see how that even reflects on the plot of the movie. Like, there's nothing in there.
It
It's sort
doesn't.
of
So like the only way
There's
it
no connection. So why? Like,
hold on, the
There's a
only
lot that doesn't.
The family was dressed
Like the whole
similar
movie doesn't connect with itself.
to
Yeah.
relate
No,
to
so-
characters from Midsummer.
the Midsummer Night's Dream thing relates just in the way that a Midsummer Night's Dream shows like the different ways, like the different ways that we love one another, or the different forms of romance kind of deals. So in a darker sense, like Oliver, the way Oliver kind of looks at Felix, that's a type of love. The way this
know
family
what?
decides to adore each other,
You
that's
know
a
what
type
this
of love.
kind of reminded me of? Like, and I had to look at this up because this guy was in Killing of a Sacred Deer, right? And you know how he goes, like in that movie, he goes all psycho on the doctor and he starts killing members of his family, which really like reminded me of what was going on at the end of this movie, because he goes to this Midsummer Night's Dream party with the deer horns on him, which has nothing to do with like Midsummer Night's Dreams at all, but like it is kind of that movie. So
I
like
thought it
that's
was
kind of
related
weird.
to the Minotaur related the horns.
Is it though? Like the kind of horns, like I'm trying to think of like what it would be like.
It's also a show of like
I'm thinking
status.
of like the Green Man, maybe, or like
The Minotaur horns, or just horns in
no,
general?
his horns.
he's
his
wearing
horns.
deer horns.
It's deer
like,
horns
in
for innocent.
particular.
It's
Yeah,
all the wolf
yeah,
and sheep clothing thing. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
I think it's a status thing. I agree with you, Vex, on the correlation with that with Midsummer. It's because in Midsummer, for remind me, isn't it a couple, like 4 of them that
It's
are kind of
it's like
entangled?
6 couples. 6
Yeah,
couples. or
yeah.
something
So
like that, yeah.
and each of these family members eventually, except for the dad, become a lover in a sense to Barry. If you count Farley too, is it Farley? Right,
Farley.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he rapes
every
him.
single Farley. Fuck that.
I don't think he rapes Far. Again, that's a power play. and
No,
Farley
I think it's
totally
a-
went on it.
How is
Yeah.
that not rape? Like he comes
Mhm.
into him at night, like
Yeah.
jumps on him, and he
Yeah.
starts like jerking him
Total-
off. Like,
totally
like,
not
what are you
rape.
doing in our room?
Unless Farley was a woman, and then that would have been considered rape the entire
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Dude, that was total.
I mean,
total
Farley
rape.
could have taken him. Farley could have taken him. He's bigger than him.
He
Farley
did take
can
him.
be, though.
Oh, Nadia.
Oh.
So Nadia, it's the you won it. Is that the old routine we're
Or
playing
yeah,
with?
or you could have fought back harder.
You could have fought back.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I would have stopped if you really wanted me to. Right. Gotcha.
Just by
All
what
right.
you were wearing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Farley shouldn't have been dressed like that in his
Yeah. In his
his
nightgown
bed.
or whatever.
in his
He
bed
should have been
sheets.
trying to
That
sleep.
slut.
Well, he was kind of a slut.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
The-
he's
the
Puck.
horn-
He's Puck. He's Puck
Yes.
in this. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
what
it is.
that's what I was about to say. I don't think the horns have an association with the Minotaur. I think it has an association with he's Puck.
Right.
And then in Midsummer, Puck's the one that causes all the chaos with the couples because he enchants all of them.
Yeah, but at least Puck was funny.
Agreed.
He's funny looking, at least.
Oh, dude, this
Squidward,
guy.
man. This guy
I'm telling you,
looks-
he looks like he's got Miles Teller's face on top of his face. It's
I
the
took
weirdest
his
fucking
face
thing.
off.
I don't understand the obsession because I've never seen anything he's been in so far, any movies that I'm like, wow, he's a really good actor.
No, he's terrible.
Wow, he's
You know what he looks like? He looks like a very young Jack Klugman.
Oh shit!
I see
Jack
it.
Klugman.
Holy shit! Wow.
Whoa.
That,
Okay.
That's a name from the past. Everyone's
Yeah.
like,
odd couple, everybody, for TV show.
I
Check
picked
it
up
out.
on it. I know.
Yes.
All right.
Speaking
Is
to
that
his-
your point, Vex? Is that all
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
thoughts,
Also,
like,
just in terms of
notes?
color, like there's red in every shot. like,
Yeah.
literally every shot of the movie. There's the same shade of red you can spot in a room somewhere. And then all of the clothes that Oliver is wearing, up until like the very last scene where he's buck naked, he's always wearing blue.
Yeah.
Always.
There's
wearing
also a cool thing of linen used in this too. The director was saying she was using a lot of clothes that you can see the body move through with the lighting coming in through it. Lighting is a big deal for her in this movie. Again,
Oh, yeah.
I think she had great concepts, a very interesting way of how she wanted to approach this. I just don't think she knew how to properly execute it to make it a
Yeah.
worldwide
Yeah.
thing.
That's a trademark of hers. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, fuck this movie.
Uh,
Yeah. That's just-
Nerdporio, thank you
Yeah.
very much. $2. Watch it makes me want to do overhead presses. Cheers. Well, thank you, Nerd Portal. Thanks for watching. And this is a few, and this actually fits theme wise for this film.
Where you can all stand around and jerk each other off while you tilt your head backs and go, woke, 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 woke. And then you can come on each other's faces and tell each other that come on your face cleanses you of wokeness. Whatever is going to get you off and make you feel good about yourself, come on your face.
Didn't you get a facial a couple of months ago too? Like, I remember you going on and on about that.
Yeah.
That's our boy.
Zax has been waiting for this moment.
I have been.
The only thing I
Yes.
could think of, because it reminded me of something, so I had to look this up, is that like it's the horn god of like sort of Celtic paganism, Cernunnos, and he was like the god of the hunt and the forest and wild animals. But
Yeah, there's a lot
that
of
isn't
pagan
even that
overtones, though.
tenuous. It's not even that great of a connection. Like he's hunting, but like who would even think that given what's going on? He's just, it's like, it's just, ugh.
Well, you do know
It's-
that's going on because he's manipulated every member of his family prior to the party.
happening. But all you see him is wandering around like some emo kid in some really kind of shitty.
Because he
like,
is awkward. He's not like socially adjusted whatsoever. That's why
He's
they're
not, but he's not even good at being like a psycho killer either. It's like there's nothing that tells me this guy is competent at doing any of the things that he does in the movie.
I don't know if you. I get where you're coming from, and I kind of agree to a certain extent. But like again, I can excuse a lot of this because it's like how serial killers get caught, kind of deal. It's like how the fuck did you manage to get away with all of this, but you were also doing this,
Right.
kind of deal,
Yeah.
right?
I could see, yeah, I could see
And
that.
then all of these, when you think about all these rich people that are involved with all these children and whatnot and all that stuff, it's the same deal. It's like, how the fuck can you be, fucking midgets on MTV and also be doing this in the background, kind of deal? So.
I feel like we have a lot of background talk and I think this is symbolism for. I think what it really comes down to is we're trying to find meaning in this movie so that we don't feel bad for wasting 2 hours of our life.
4 hours.
I
I
agree.
had to watch it
I
twice.
thought so.
Thank you, Josh.
Like,
Thank
I'm not trying to just because I genuinely enjoyed this movie because I picked up on all of these undertones in the second half, right? So for me, that's why I like it. Like, and I can understand if you're not seeing that or if you're not looking for it, then yeah, this is a pretty bland.
It just seemed a really like
Thanks, AJ.
derivative take on like say like Sofia Coppola or something like that. Like it was trying to be like some moody atmospheric thing that ultimately didn't have much to say about anything, didn't have a through line. Like it just
But
think
you have to really
she-
dig for that information. Like it's
Yeah.
not given to you. Like it's like you're like your theories. Bravo, Vex. But
It's
like
a better movie.
it's a way better movie.
Again, you can say the same thing about Eyes Wide Shut. Like Eyes Wide Shut, the symbolism and all the background stuff is what makes the movie a million times better than what it is. Otherwise, you would just think it's a boring movie about a bunch of
Never
dudes
seen it.
having an orgy.
It is
It's-
a boring movie.
It's pretty boring, yeah.
It's a fantastic movie. What are you talking about?
Oh,
but like
Oh,
ultimately the
Should I put it on the
symbolism-
list to watch, Vex?
Oh.
Ultimately,
it's
the
actually a
symbolism in
good
that
movie. That's a
ties into the movie, though.
That's
like,
a fucked up movie. You should watch that now.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna watch it tomorrow night just for you.
it's a shitty movie.
It's a
Did you
good
say
movie.
Eyes Wide Shut was a shitty movie?
I know.
Yes.
All right.
Is it?
It's boring.
Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Slow.
So
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Tom
so
Cruise,
with
yeah.
with Eyes Wide Shut though, like yeah, there's symbolism in the background and there's pagan images in the background, but they still give you characters to follow and at least a basic story to to the basic plot line to follow. So at least like for a lot of people the story is slow, but with Saltburn, man, like it's nothing's fleshed out. The story's not fleshed out. The characters aren't fleshed out. It's just it does seem first drafty. They can't tie anything together.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's
I
almost
agree
like
with you. Right. Again, I agree with you. This is just a fault of the. She does this with all of our other movies. She's not a very good writer, kind of okay director.
She should have just stayed pregnant Barbie, and that was it. We were done.
I'll agree with you to a
That's what
point.
she played in the movie. She's
Yep.
pregnant
Yes,
Barbie
she
in Barbie. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Marge.
Go on,
Yeah.
Josh.
No, I was gonna say, Vex, I'll agree with you to a point that there's stuff in the background. My problem is it's not consistent. Like these different
That's right, yeah,
ideas
I agree.
are
It's
not
a different
consistent.
movie. It's a different movie, first half to second half, and that's why I also did the flip on it. I totally, again, I understand the criticisms of this. I'm not, fucking diehard like Lofty who loves Avatar but can't explain why past fucking visuals. Like, I can acknowledge that there are problems with this movie. I can acknowledge that there's a lot of fault for the writer, and I can acknowledge that it is 2 different movies in one, but it's the second half that really sells me, and I really like what's done in the second half.
Oh,
I
no.
think you could do a better job writing this second half.
I'm
Just
like,
by
when's
your
the
notes.
story starting?
Yeah.
AJ's taking a
Whole
bath,
movie.
guys.
Oh, AJ.
No, you know what? If you had any desire to go to his GoFundMe, go screw
Yep.
yourself. He's
Yep.
taking fucking baths. AJ,
Yeah.
get the fuck up. Get some
Yeah.
work done, dude.
That's BG.
This is why he's taking a bath.
I just want to know why he was sweaty in that scene. Why was he
everyone
completely like covered in
sweaty?
sweat there?
There were so many weird things about like the stylistic choices in the movie. Like, why is every interior shot? It's like they had there was like smoke diffuser or something, or like a fog machine in every room because it had that hazy
Why
look
was
to it. And
Why was it shot in
everyone
Why was it
sweaty
shot
all
in
the
4:3? Why was
Yeah,
it
that's
shot in
weird.
4:3?
I-
Why was
yeah,
it in full
that's
screen?
I thought that was
she
just me.
explained it that she wanted to see the fullness of the Saltburn, like the interior of that house,
There you go.
and that's why she shot it in there to get everything from floor to ceiling. I think it was a dumb choice, but
I
That
agree.
was
it
dumb.
was
It-
her choice.
like how they did like the lighthouse where it was like 1-to-1, like an old
Mhm.
silent movie, and it actually made it feel more claustrophobic. Like,
Yeah,
it's just a fail.
Oh, look at this. Loving the double copa. Thank you, RGP Mexican, for coming in. The pearls here. Yeah, so I guess she's in the bath with AJ. I don't know.
no, that's not Lily's mo.
Men should not
No,
take baths.
Yeah.
I just
I love
really-
my
Never.
bath. Oh,
No.
No.
I
Never.
wish I had a bathtub here.
I have
I
a
really
question
do.
about baths, though. This came
Yeah.
up today. Do you shower and then take a bath, or do you take a bath and then shower?
Why
What the
are
hell?
you doing both?
Why are
Why
you
do one or
in
the
this?
other?
So,
What scenario are you in? How much
so,
time do you
okay.
have?
I feel like I need to shower before I sit in a bathtub of my own dirt. Like, I need to be clean so that I can enjoy my bath instead of just hopping in there with like day's sweat. I don't know. Am I weird?
I'm not 88 years old where I need to take a bath and then shower.
It's-
I
And
w-
it's-
look,
like-
I don't even
I'm in
take
the
a shower.
shower
I
and
just
then take a
wash
bath.
my balls in the sink like a real man, and I fucking take off, and then
don't-
I'm good for a week.
I bathe in the grease of my own Italian blood.
That's
how I
right.
bathe myself.
We're Italian. We
There
just
you go.
that sweat just slides right off us, baby.
Olive oil. Come on,
I'm
you gotta
just
use the olive oil.
wondering.
Extra
My
virgin.
husband thinks I'm a weirdo that I'm like I have to be clean before I go and take a
That
bath.
is
I kind of feel
Weird.
like that. For
No.
example, I did a day
That's
like
backwards.
gardening.
Your
I'm, like,
husband is upset that you are spending that much money on water, Nadia. That's what he's
Okay,
upset
yeah.
about.
That too, yeah.
I gotta be clean to sit in my own bath water. I mean, like I don't know.
I mean, to your point, it is weird to just get into a bath and just, oh, I'm super dirty and I'm just gonna lay in all my filth. That is gross.
kind
Yeah,
of
that is gross.
agree.
I agree with you. But then
As
again,
a
I don't
bath
have
enjoyer-
like 2 hours to enjoy myself in the day.
I don't have kids, guys. I can do whatever I want.
Dudes in the chat too. If you guys take a bath, do you also jerk off in the bath and then sit in your own juice? Is that a thing that you guys are doing?
Is that good for your skin though? I hear it's very
Death
Real
penalty.
retention,
Death
you guys.
penalty for
You
those
guys
people.
gotta like get it out and then.
it's like bath
reabsorb it.
oil that you put in your bathtub to make your
Oh, you
skin
save. Oh, you save it? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh, you don't
Yeah,
have
he
a
likes it.
jar and
Of
just
like
pour it in there?
Chris's stuff like sitting next to me so I could
Oh.
just pour it.
I
No.
thought that's what you were saying. Was that you're
No.
pouring it in?
I don't know what's
What?
going on in your marriage, but that's
I
not
have a
mine.
jar.
Ooh.
I have a jar.
She sneaks it.
Hmm.
That's what happens over here.
I could tell.
It's sneaky Persians,
Your
you know.
poor water bill, man. What are you
Oh.
doing?
Yeah, dude, what the hell?
I don't want to sit in filthy bath water. I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
shower.
I hated it.
What are the other
It's the
Nadia?
same concept. It's the same concept when you go to a pool. They ask you to shower before you hop in the pool.
But okay, so but wouldn't you then
This is not a
have a
shared
bath and then
bathtub.
shower after so you're clean?
But if I want to relax and enjoy the tub, like have my little glass of non-alcoholic wine and like watch
how
a
about
movie
this?
and stuff, I want to sit there for a while. I don't want to sit there in my filth. I want to be
Nadia,
clean.
you're still sitting there in your filth, even if you showered before, because as a woman, there's always shit coming out.
Baby,
down
I
your
scrub
day.
like none other.
Oh.
Before
Second of all, your skin is
Let's not,
always,
Wait,
your skin is
no.
always giving off oils.
I don't
That's
know
not-
this stuff. This is not no.
That's not how the head. That's
Yeah.
not how anatomy
No.
head
You know what I'm
canon
thinking
works.
about Felix,
I am
you
so
guys?
limp right now.
My,
I'm so
my head canon.
limp.
My head canon's getting erased here on what happens down there. Okay.
I've never been so limp.
I hate
Hey Lisa, thanks for coming. Lisa, Ika Thompson's here too. Thanks guys.
I needted to ask, and instead of putting a poll out there in Twitter, I figured you
I
guys-
literally shower
those
in
people.
lakes when I have the
That's
opportunity,
disgusting.
so I don't care.
That's gross.
In
shower in
lakes?
lakes.
Lakes.
Yeah, that's great,
Bacteria
man.
No,
How do you
thank
shower in a lake?
Sorry, bathe in a lake. Bathe in a
Oh,
lake.
okay.
There you go.
Our local lakes have parasites and can swim up your dick, so I'm gonna say no.
That's
Oh, hell yeah.
But if
Wow.
I
That
don't
sounds
like
like
it,
fun.
it's all lake.
Yeah.
Fuck
bathing,
yeah.
I fucking love it.
Ocean
Saltburn 2. I got a plot point for Saltburn 2.
Okay. Sorry I asked. Never mind.
But
No,
yeah,
that's-
since
This reminded me of like Felix's outfit, and it's like I don't know if this was a jab at like 2000s movies, but remember like Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet with Claire Danes in her outfit, and I was
I
just like,
figured it was kind of like
go
it
to
was
hell.
always
Yeah.
played off as a fallen angel kind of thing, but Felix was not a good person even then, anyways. So
I picked
Or
it
a
up
fairy,
as
he
was
might have been
a
a fairy.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thought. Because the director said actually Felix is the only nice guy in the whole movie.
but he's not
Her
nice.
How?
No, but like that's what she says. If you were to look at anybody in the cast, he is what you considered a nice guy. I'm telling you, she had a bad time at Oxford, and she's just fucking. You know what? Jim Sue, whoever was at Oxford, is gonna be Felix, and he's gonna fucking be poisoned, like taking
Well,
out
she
her.
definitely
revenge.
did because she made an entire movie about someone getting gang raped and then
Yeah.
had
Did
like,
she?
20
Did the
20-year
filmmaker
bend.
actually go to Oxford?
Yeah.
She did.
Oh.
Yeah.
No wonder this movie
I'm
acts like
telling
it
you.
sniffs its own farts.
Yep.
Mhm.
Fucking course, dude.
It is pretentious. I will give it that. In the way that it's put together and the ways that it's a bit sloppy as well. So I got those vibes, which is also why I didn't like it in the first half.
Better version of this movie is Coyote Ugly. Way
Never
better.
seen that.
Way better version.
I've never
Hell yeah.
seen it.
Way better.
I'll add that
Wait,
to the
who-
list. Coyote Ugly. Wait, isn't
Okay,
that the
Nadia.
bar dancing
It is.
scene
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm working through The Sopranos right now, so
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah.
hell
my
yeah.
hand.
You're gonna love that.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
watching
like
that
it.
too.
I don't know. I'm still in season
You
one.
know what? I'm with you,
I don't
Nadia.
know.
I'm like, it's like I could. It's one of those things where it's like I could see how you could look at this and say this was really, really influential going forward for the golden age of television and stuff. But watching it in retrospective, like I am very like mid on it.
I don't
It's
know
like,
yet
Yeah.
where I am on it because I'm so used to how bad writing
Nadia.
has been in the last. Listen. I haven't made a decision on it. I'm leaning towards that I like it, but I don't know if I'm being coped into liking it because writing has been terrible for TV for the last couple of years, except for a couple gems like The Bear and From and other shows. So I don't know if I'm just like it's a breath of fresh air to have something so well written. Someone also said that season one is rough, and then afterwards it kind of picks up.
Yeah.
No,
I'm kind
season
of like-
season one's
I don't
good,
know.
but after season 2 is fantastic, and then it just exponentially gets better from there.
Josh.
We're gonna pop each other's cherry. Okay, I'm game.
I was just gonna type, please record this so we can watch.
Hey, George.
And I don't know why Nadia's not recording her reactions to Sopranos. Like that's
Yes.
That's
easy
a lot of
money.
work, man. That's so many episodes. What am I gonna do? Just
Fake
sit
it.
there
I
and
know.
can't
How
happen.
could it would
Yeah.
just be bitching about the mom and how gross she is, or like I hate the
Oh, yeah.
Olivia? Oh, I love
Olivia,
Olivia.
oh,
she's gross.
You hate me.
you're burning the sausages.
I will say every single time I finish an episode, I want
Don't
some
put me in a
Italian
nursing home.
food. I'm like, oh, I need some meatballs or something right now.
It's a nursing home, Tony.
Oh, you want me dead, don't you?
It's
I'm a animal killer.
we have a poll in the chat right now.
I love you.
Should men be bathing? And it's I love my man stew or shower in under 5 minutes, and it's a heavy shower crowd over here.
Yeah.
The funny thing with the
Yeah.
5 minute
Get everything clean. Oh no way!
My guy takes like the longest showers. I'm used to living in California. I'll take a 5 minute shower. No, he's in there for hours. I'm like,
Chris is in there for like
'Cause you're-
2 hours.
Because you're taking in all that D, that vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't want to like wash it away because that happens. It's a thing.
Yo, if you're a man and you're in the shower for 10 minutes, you're avoiding something.
Yeah. Yes. Or you're working on something.
Oh, you're working. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Epsom salts. Oh, Adam Gray.
Oh, I love Epsom salts. It's really nice. I love that.
Yeah,
I do the salts, the bath, herbs, like oils, everything.
I was gonna
Candles.
say the
Kitty
only time I take a bath is for Epsom salt baths, but that's it.
Let's
Oh, for
Gay?
fuck's sake.
Oh.
Cats are cringe as
Oh,
shit.
Hold on, let me get
Yeah.
mine. 1 second.
Stop.
One second.
End the
Oh
stream,
my
please.
Please,
God.
yes.
God.
All right.
George, it's okay. Hi, George. He's like, no, mom, I hate you. George is mad at me.
Where's Nadia's cat?
Oh, George is so mad at me because I
There
want
it
one
is.
for me. Oh, black whiskers. Oh my god, he's cute.
Pussy cam, yeah, goober.
I
that's
have
right.
a tiger, not a cat. I'd like to clarify that.
Oh,
He's a
oh.
Bengal.
Yeah,
There you go.
Bengals are
Oh.
like they're tigers. Definitely.
My girl is 17 years old, so she's a little-
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
My heart.
wow.
There you go.
AJ's he's in the bath watching the stream with the candles. I love it.
He's like, yeah, exactly. That's how I
At least
watch
he
most
owns it.
streams.
He
Yeah.
owns it.
Is
They
there-
all know
There-
he's a furry. All right.
Is there a clip compilation of Hit Girl running in the background as well, just in case?
Yes, probably it is.
Yeah, it's hit girl candles lit.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
we
watch
gotta keep
Gilmore
AJ
Girls
with
after this.
Talk about a show that's overrated.
What's up,
Totally
Comic
agree.
Relief Crusader? How's it going? Yes, you showed up just in time. So, for people who have seen this movie, let's give it a rating. We'll do the rating game here. Out of 10, or whatever. Pops is the only one who does 5 out of 5 ratings, but he's an actual critic. So, let's go, Jay. What do you think? Out of 10 for this film, and don't say average. It's an 8 because Lofty says that. That's stupid.
Did
No.
Lofty
It is-
say at 8 as an average? Oh
Yes,
my
it's not. It's an average movie. It's an
average
8.
movie 8.
Yeah, yeah. Considering
You did.
I want to turn this movie off like every 15-20 minutes, and I was not invested in any of these characters at all, I would give it like a 3 out of 10, and that's being generous. I just did not care for this movie at all, not one iota. Vex has a great story. Vex
Yes.
has a great story. That was not in this movie, Vex. But
I saw it, man. I saw it.
I do want to say, you want to watch a great movie, watch Coyote Ugly. That.
Or Bring It On, also with Lisa Dushku. So that's a good flick from back in the day. You could do a double feature, Bring It On and Coyote Ugly. I'd watch that.
I have never seen Bring It On. All right.
Let's bring it on.
Oh,
Bring it on.
what?
You don't know what Spirit Fingers is?
I was sheltered as a child, guys.
Oh wow.
You don't
Hold
know
on
where
here.
the
I have
it's
a Middle
already
Eastern
been
father. He
brought.
was really particular about what we watched.
Jazz
as kids,
hands.
So,
Right.
okay.
Hold on.
Back
You
when
don't
movies were fun.
Is that from there?
Bring It
Fuck,
On
dude, you
came
had
out-
that clip?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Wow.
I have lots of clips. Lots of
Sounds
clips.
weird.
All right, play us Coyote Ugly, dude.
I don't have that one.
Okay.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Yeah, you're welcome, GP. I got you covered there, dude. Yeah, that's a fun movie.
Yeah,
My-
but
that
Boosh,
was-
we were teenagers when they were teenagers, so it's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
No.
they're all grown to the up.
Yeah,
We're
there's no
all
AJs
old,
on this
too.
panel.
Yeah.
Not at
Damn,
all.
that hit girl was hot.
AJ's taste in women doesn't involve breasts. though.
That is the worst AJ voice of all time.
That hit girl was hot.
Why does AJ sound like his Down syndrome whenever he hears
A little bit more. You need a
Did you just
That hit
hear
girl was
this
hot.
man? This man is taking a bath, You don't think he has
Psychopath.
Be a
pounds?
little
Sounds
bit higher.
retarded.
A little bit higher with your voice. A little bit higher. Needs a little bit more. You got to hit that high note.
All I just say is I hope AJ.
I
Mike
like
and
hit.
Michael.
I like hit girl.
Josh, you're a critic. What would you give this film?
Can you hear me? My internet's throttling
Yeah,
really bad.
We hear
Okay,
you.
cool. I'm gonna give this like a 4.5 out of 10 for me. So it just for nothing really worked for me here. Nothing came together. Not the acting, not the writing, the directing. The best thing about this is they managed to make it look cool in certain scenes, but that's about it.
When you say come together, what are you referring to specifically, Josh?
We gotta make use of that tub.
We have another poll in the chat. It's would you watch Roman and Pops watch Saltburn? And it's oh yeah, or only the good parts.
I
Yeah.
think we should have a GoFundMe for that.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
100%.
I
do
would
it.
rate Roman and Pops watching Saltburn like a 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10.
Yep.
I think that's
Even
10
just
out of 10 material.
The highlights would be fantastic for that. Lady B, what's your out of 10 on this one?
I'm with Josh. Like I would go like a 4.5. Like there's the story. There's nothing there. The characters don't have any motivation. There's no like there's yeah, I think it's just really the story. Like, what's the plot? Like, what's happening? What is the conflict here? And it's like there's things that are implied, but you don't actually see it in action. And it just seems like it's a bunch of cool scenes. And people described it as a vibe movie, but even as a vibe movie, it wasn't that cool. Like, I mean, like usually if it's a vibe movie or something, there's like really cool stylistics. Like you're doing
What
like
is a vibe
Drive,
movie?
or,
Sorry.
Drive, or
atmospheric
like
movie.
yeah, or
Drive.
like what is that movie called? Marie Antoinette, Sophia Coppola's thing. Like it has like a very cohesive, really crazy like visuals, and they usually have like a really bumping soundtrack, and it could be like a music video. And I didn't even
Sounds
think
like
it
Coyote
succeeded
Ugly.
on that.
Right. Yeah.
So I
You need that clip
there's
now.
nothing there for me.
All right.
I mean, you can try to resist, try to hide from my kiss, but you can't. Oh no, you
yes.
can't fight the moonlight.
Josh, love it. You know Coyote Ugly. See that? It brings us all together, really, if you think about it. It's a movie for chicks, but with hot chicks in it for us dudes and Josh.
It's okay. He's one of the girls.
Nadia, where you at on this one?
So I want to say coming into this, I 100% respect Vex. I love her. I get her points, but my rating for this movie is -100. Fuck this movie. I hope this movie burned. I never want to see this fucking movie ever again. I want all copies disappeared from the planet. But again, Vex, I would watch your movie 100%.
Yeah,
I would give it a 10 out of 10. This fucking movie, fuck this movie. I hope
Hold
I
on.
never have to watch it
There's
again.
absolutely nothing redeeming about because I always
Nothing.
think people that say
Nothing.
1 out of 10 or like 10 out
Nothing.
of 10, I don't take
Nothing.
them seriously.
I would rather watch Rings of Power over this fucking movie again. And I only
That's
made it
like
through
9 hours of your life,
I
though.
would rather
Yeah.
sacrifice 9 hours of my life than this
a
stupid
net
fucking
loss.
movie.
It's a
I'm
net loss.
over this movie.
I just want to point out the good thing because I didn't see anything good about this movie. I really like the guy that was playing Farley. That he was in Gran Turismo, and he seems like he could be like a really good actor. Like if he gets more experience, I didn't think he was awful. It's like there is something there, but I think the character was bad.
Nothing. I honestly, I never hate movies. I go usually, it's just not for me. For a week after watching this movie, I was swearing.
I
all
remember.
through,
I
just like
remember.
fuck this. I hate.
You like Get
this-
Out?
Maybe because to me, I see that it could have been a good movie. Like there's potential. There was. I would have made potential there.
Hey, was she Italian? I understand what she's saying. She's
I
on
was
mute right
totally-
now.
I was totally
Holy
vibing.
shit.
Middle Eastern, we talk with our
Yeah.
hands. I
We all
understand.
do.
Oh, I know. I get hit in the face all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
low IQ people.
exactly.
that's their hand.
But yeah, every single time it misses a beat, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm wasting my life on this movie. So I would rather sacrifice 9 hours of my life to watch Rings of Power than ever fucking see this movie again.
Can you review Rings of Power now on your channel?
Fuck that, no.
You just
No,
said
wait,
you'd rather do that.
No.
So
If I was
telling you.
if somebody put a gun in my hands like, hey, either Saltburn or Rings of Power, I'm like, I'm Team Rings of Power. Let's
Saltburn or
go.
Rings of Power.
No. Fuck this movie.
AJ
I want to
appreciates
add.
that.
I want to add that Lady B, you said Farley, Harley, whatever his name was your favorite part. This was your favorite.
Was
He was
like-
the most grating to me.
He was.
Yeah.
I mean, like
I
felt like
hated that character.
yeah, he was a
Yeah.
dumb character, but I felt like the guy, like maybe had
The
some
actor.
kind of the actor, like there was something there, like maybe.
I thought
He
you know what?
wasn't-
Now that I think about it, I like the butler best. I think he's my favorite.
I did too. Like I was waiting for the
Which
butler,
Felix?
like some kind of like thing where like it's the house, like we all have to sacrifice to the house thing. That would have
Yeah,
been a cool
exactly.
story. And that like it's the servants that are killing the people in the house to like keep the house going. That would have been cool.
That's a much better movie.
Slaughterhouse, which is about a sloth that goes around killing like co-eds, has more story than this stupid fucking movie.
Wow.
I hate Barbie, and even I still give Barbie a 3 out of 10 because it's got some merit. It's got something to it.
This
There's
is my
something there,
Trojan
yeah.
horse. I don't
Barbie
know
was
what to tell
better
you.
than this.
Right?
Barbie was
Even
better.
Promising Young Woman, I hate that movie, and I still give it a 2, 2.5 out of 10.
What's this one, X, for you?
No, wait, what?
What's this one for you?
No redemption. What's that? What do you mean? What does it mean? What's it for me?
No. I mean
Oh, the
No,
rating.
rating.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I give it between a 6.5 to a 7. There's still a lot of issues with it. I don't particularly love the first half of the movie. I would like it better if these were maybe 2 separate movies. I like what's going on in the second half, so that's really where all of my rating lies. I'm okay that everyone is a shithead, as well in that second half. I watched it twice and I didn't totally hate it. 6.5. I'd say a 6.5 out of 10.
So a below lofty average. Got it. You heard it here first. Vex said it's
Yes,
low
below
average.
average.
It's below average movie. We
What is
convinced
a
her.
10 out of 10 then? It's like, does it just go from average to perfect? It like
Slight-
Avatar.
No,
Avatar
it's-
Avatar is 10 out of 10.
Slightly
Avatar's a
above,
piece of crap, too.
slightly above average movie is a 10 out of 10.
I can't stand Avatar. Avatar is just grown up Fern Gully. That's all it
it's
is.
just Pocahontas. Face.
Ooh.
Fur Gully was cool. I remember that.
Yeah.
90s kids know.
Lofty can hear you. Also, Leon is a little bit on the 7 is average because 7 is a C or something like that, and that's not really
Oh
how
my
that
God.
works either. But
Yeah.
anyway, Copa,
Yeah.
rate this
Uh,
movie.
My rating is the same as Dawn's.
Okay,
Yeah.
What was Don's rating?
Dawn, what's your rating?
Same as Copa's. I think you said it earlier.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right,
Perfect 10.
It's a perfect 10. Yeah,
Little
all
Copa
right,
circle going right there.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. We're jerking off
Lion
down
King
here,
is
okay?
a perfect 10. I mean, John Favreau did make some improvements on the original. I agree, AJ. So I guess you could say that would be a 10.
The name Saltburn is really cool, though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It sounds cool. Saltburn.
I kept
Sounds like an
thinking
action
of it
movie.
back
I was
to the
tricked.
Master, like,
I thought it was a
gardener
horror
class
movie.
with like gardening
That's true.
stuff.
Movie.
It would have been
Derek was
real
a good
cool horror
Or road
movie.
salt.
Yeah.
It would have made
Detective.
for a better horror movie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this could have been a funny comedy. Thinking about it, right? You could just take this script and overnight
Yeah.
just make it a bunch of jokes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, just literally put Hall and Oates like what I want. You got just have the whole time.
We're talking about the end of this movie. Like,
Yeah,
Murder
Like-
on the dance floor while
wait a
dancing.
minute,
naked to
like,
home.
Can we also
running
talk
through
about
the
there's a
house.
trend now for rich people on TikTok to do that in their own houses. So
I
like,
already
hey, let me
we're
show you
doing that.
all the safety
Is there a
security of
trend?
my own house. Yeah, of like rich people dancing to that
Google that.
in their own house.
TikTok is
on TikTok.
cancer.
And I'm like,
Ooh.
Oh yes, please show me every entrance and exit to your house, my guy.
are they naked at the time though? Are they doing
No.
it naked?
No.
Oh, then fuck them.
I don't know.
Take it off.
Why are you on TikTok if there aren't naked people? Mm-mm.
Me
Good point.
Yes, you.
for different reasons.
I've seen some.
Oh.
Of those. So,
Yeah, I'd send you.
Well, I'm gonna give this a 4. It's below
Are we
average.
talking about Henry Cavill?
Sure.
We could be.
we could
Okay.
be.
Yeah.
Carry on, Zax. I'm sorry.
No, we can talk about Henry Cavill. That's fine. Oh, hold on, Nadia. Don't surprise me with Henry. There you go.
I think.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. The
Vex.
better Henry is at the bottom. I think.
Oh, there he
Every
is.
Henry is a better Henry.
So when is Henry Cavill going to make a good movie?
Argyle.
What?
Argyle.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, Argyle's not going to be good. Mark my words here.
Hold on.
I got a feeling. I got a
Why?
bad feeling
I'm
about
with
it.
you, Copa.
Why?
I'm
It's
with you
too
totally.
fucking meta, dude. It's too meta.
What's meta about it?
So she's
Why
a
are
writer
you meta?
writing. So
I know
she's
that.
a
Yeah.
yeah. So she's a writer writing the action film that is actually happening in real
It's a
life.
Lost City.
Didn't-
The
Yeah,
Sandra
didn't
Bullock.
they just make
Dude,
Romance
movies?
in the Stone.
It's Romancing the Stone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Romance in the Stone.
The Joan Wilder. Fuck yeah. It's
To me,
Romancing
it
the
just
Stone.
looks like Tumblr fanfic. It's like, okay, you have the
I
fat
got a
Debbie
bad
writer,
feeling.
which
I
is
hope
the
it's good.
author stand-in,
He's got the
isn't love
Ministry of
with the character
Ungentlemanly
she's
Warfare.
writing. That's Henry Cavill.
I like wait, time out. I like how I asked when is Henry Cavill going to make a good movie, and everybody said the movie that's not out yet.
Because we know he's. Oh yeah, Man from Uncle was in the movie. Hold on, Man from Uncle.
That
Henry
was
Cavill, John Cena. What could go
I
wrong?
liked him. I
Yeah,
liked him
County
in
Monte
the-
Cristo. Fucking
Mission
idiots.
Impossible.
Gotcha there.
He was
Rest
in
in
a
peace,
2
Cope
second.
Dog. Rest in peace, Cope Dog. You've been
20
fucking
second
owned,
cameo.
Get this
20
guy
second
fucking outta
cameo.
here. Get
What
this
about
guy
the-
fucking out of here.
What about the
Yeah, I'm kicking him out. Eject that. I would play a clip, but he's out.
the Mission Impossible Dead
Yeah,
Reckoning
Mission Impossible 6. Yeah.
or whatever?
Oh, there you
It's-
go.
which one over there?
Oh yeah,
Fallout.
that was good.
All out.
Oh.
That was good. Yeah.
Bagface. His response.
Listen. His upcoming
Fallout.
movie with Guy Ritchie, I think, will be pretty good.
I'm looking forward to Warhammer. To be honest with you,
I'm just
That
in
too.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
this
And
movie
Highlander.
is on the screen. Whoever
Highlander is something to
fucking
look out for.
hairstylist should be shot for that fucking hairdo. That it looks.
I agree.
awful.
It's fucking giving me AIDS.
I would
Man,
still sit on his face with that haircut.
You
I
you
mean,
all are
You wouldn't
all are
see
act-
the haircut at that point. I mean, so it doesn't matter at that point.
It's
But,
almost as
yeah.
bad as that chick's hair. Like it's so gross. Like hello.
She's hot, Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Oh,
would-
yeah.
She's
that's
hot,
right.
but like that hair looks like she fried her hair like bleach.
No,
on
I think it
herself.
works on her. In all honesty.
Oh yeah, it works.
It's not a
I
bad
don't know.
look.
Not a fan.
I am doing up a quick poll here.
Yeah,
because
but she's not Bryce Dallas Howard though.
No.
She got that thick. Oh,
Oh,
dude,
dude,
she's
yeah.
got that juicy
He's
butt.
just fat now, though, dude. He's
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
no.
fat now, man.
No.
So I
She'll
got a
get
poll in the
there,
chat here
but-
because our boy AJ's in the chat. He's saying that he thinks the count was great, and so do we believe AJ has watched the Count of Monte Cristo?
Hell no.
No.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah.
Wait, why are we doing that?
That's the
There's no animals in it. It's not
Oh,
animated.
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Maybe he means the count
That's
from the
where we're
Muppets.
going.
Maybe he thought it was Christo.
Dude,
and, you know.
Muppets County Monte
Crisco.
Cristo movie? Hell yeah. Oh,
that would be good.
printed
AJ,
money.
did you take French in high school? Because you are in Texas, my friend. We watched the Count of Monte Cristo in French class. That's all.
Really?
Oh, okay, like
Yeah, I
what
was
the-
confused. I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like,
must
I mean,
be a gay
AJ
thing.
has seen like
Well,
mostly nothing that's not animated. So, I mean, I don't know.
oh, so he's a child.
Hey, come on.
I mean,
He was only attracted to children, okay? He's not childish.
Whoa! Allegedly. Allegedly.
Ooh.
Hey, he was 18. She was 13.
that's right.
But she-
yes, yeah. I was
he
only
was
18 at the
18.
time. Yeah,
There's
12,
only
I
a
think she was
5-year
12.
age gap.
She's only
Who's
just
counting?
going through puberty.
Psychopaths?
It's okay.
All right. I got okay. This quick question. We don't want to drag this on too long, but has anyone else watched True Detective season 4 yet? The first
I've
two
watched
episodes.
it, yes.
Yep, I've seen it.
I
Yep.
haven't seen it yet.
And
It's garbage.
isn't it horrible?
Yes.
Is it?
It's absolute
it looked,
trash.
It looked like it had potential to, because
Okay.
2 and 3 were really, really rough for me. Not gonna lie.
1 is perfect television. Like that's
Yeah.
actually 10 out of 10
Yeah.
television. 2 was terrible. 3 was at least a return to form, so I could appreciate that a little bit. 4 is kind of like what happens when you have an autistic chick who's just been using a vibrator for 12 hours straight decide that she wants to become a writer. That's
Well,
what 4 is.
Someone said they're
oddly
leaning more
specific.
towards supernatural, which has never been part of the form of this show,
Yeah, they are.
and they are. Fuck this. I mean,
They
I like
are,
Supernatural.
but
And
it's
they're
not
not,
going to be
but-
supernatural by the end. It won't be.
Yeah.
I think that's a misdirect. I don't think they're going to keep it that way, but we're meant to think that. And there's some chick who sees ghosts, but fuck, who knows? Chicks can see ghosts. I
The
don't
other
know.
thing is too, like all the ties to season 1 are literally just fan service and or
Yes.
break the canon of the world. So
What
like
the
in the
hell?
last episode, like
Ooh.
they're just like, oh, Travis Cole died of leukemia. Oh, I found Travis Cole's body, even though I'm a
Yeah.
police officer. And I'm like, bro, there's no record of him ever having leukemia, which to get that diagnosis, you would have to go to a hospital. Also, we know that Rust did not, in fact, go see his father when he supposedly died of leukemia. We saw in an entire episode that isn't what he did. Like,
Right.
this is so poorly written, and this is only supposed to be a 6-episode season, by the way. The first 2 episodes seem like filler more than anything. Jodie Foster is overacting like
Yeah.
like no tomorrow. It's disgusting.
Dang.
That's the thing.
I was
She's-
looking forward
Please,
to this.
somebody tell
She's-
me
does
these
the
women are
same
lesbians.
acting.
Please.
Okay, so
No.
we're supposed to pretend they're not, even though obviously they are.
I'm like, come on, we got like a
Which-
BIPOC, like
Oh.
native.
She has a
lesbian
rockin' body
Jody.
though. The Native American girl.
So-
We get a sex scene with her in season
Navarro.
or next one. Yeah, she looks great. That's
Is
the
she
best part
like
about it.
native or is she
Yeah.
She
black?
does look
I don't
great.
know. I
No,
hope she's
Navarro
both.
straight up rapes a dude though in the first episode. Like he
Whoa,
says,
whoa.
"Please get off me! Please get off me!" And she's like, "No, you're gonna
Yeah.
come in me." And then she
Yeah.
makes him come in her.
Oh, pulled the She-Hulk. Okay.
Well, oh no, wait a minute. According to Nadia, that's not rape.
Yeah.
He could have got out of it at any time.
Any point he could have this little girl. Yes.
And she's like pinning him down while she does it. But Jodie Foster apparently is just the town bicycle in this series for
Yes.
some reason. Like she's fucked absolutely everyone, and instead of being like a normal human being, she's just
There we
like
go.
her first sentence to all of these people
Some
she's
cake
boned is
there.
like, "Hey, we used to bone, eh?"
Mhm.
Instead of being a fucking
Oh,
adult.
so it's not worth my time. Not worth
It's-
my time.
I'm gonna watch the rest of
Yes.
it because I'm invested and I'm reviewing it weekly. But like it's really disappointing.
I'll
so
stick with
far.
The Sopranos. I'll stick with
Oh,
The
Yeah,
Sopranos.
It's
way
okay.
Yeah.
better.
It's okay, but it's not nearly as good as True Detective season 1. I like season 3 a lot, but yeah, it's
I like season
definitely
3
not as good. And it's mostly because her performance. This no name girl who has very distracting piercings in her.
Yes, in her
dimples
face.
Yeah, what the
cheek.
fuck is that,
Yeah.
dude?
So it's an Inuit thing apparently.
Hey, Tumbi.
Inuit? Like
Hey,
what?
she's not Inuit though.
There's a
Like,
couple
is she
things that they
black
say
or
that-
is she like Native American
looks-
or both?
She
She's
looks
Native
like
American,
she's
she
into it
says.
right now.
Okay.
Ah, you get it?
Yeah.
But I do have a,
buttholes. Ugh.
I have a soft spot.
Buttholes.
I have a soft spot for this show because Jodie Foster wears a Viking shirt in it at one point, and I was like,
That's
"Oh,
true, she does.
hell yeah!"
That's
Do you like
fact
the
check true.
Viking?
Really?
baby,
That's
let's go.
that's all it
I
takes?
feel like I should just
Motherfucker,
wait.
you just put
and
some guinea wop on there, and you guys are just drooling over it.
Well, yeah.
I feel like I should just wait and just binge the
And?
whole thing.
And?
And if it finishes,
Yeah.
I miss the Viking
Checkmate,
guys.
got
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello, Tumbi. So yeah, these are her piercings. She has these two fun piercings in her
the
cheeks,
fake
which most
dimples.
state troopers would absolutely have on duty. Would be piercings through their
Right.
cheek. What could go wrong?
and their nose, right?
Septum. The septum is so gross. I hate that. piercing
Yeah.
so much.
Ew.
where does this take place? Where does it take place?
Alaska, but
Yeah,
she's not Inuit. Like like she is from, like she's from some band I think of Cree on the East Coast, and she moved up there later in her life. Her last name's Navarro. It's not Inuit at all. So,
How do
Like-
they connect the
What?
location of Alaska with the first season?
Oh,
with the
so
connections
I have notes on this because I
Okay.
rewatched season 1. So Rust Cole, who was Matthew McConaughey's character
Yeah.
in season 1, right? So he said that he was born in Alaska, then he moved to Galveston, Texas. When his father came back from Nam, his mother abandoned him in Alaska with his father. He also, between like the 2002 and then 2012 events of season 1, he ended up going back to Alaska during that time frame to like work odd jobs on fishing boats and stuff like that. So Rust Cole has like ties in
Okay.
Alaska. That's how they try to tie it in with some characters like offhand that are related to him. Very sloppy. This, you know what? Here's all you need to know is after the first episode came out, people were really upset with it, and so they were quote unquote review bombing it on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
And instead of just being like, hey, look forward to what the rest of the season offers, don't be foiled by the first episode or some shit like that. Issa Lopez, the woman who wrote and directed this season, was just like, all of these hardcore fanboys and frat guys who love season 1 or review buying a show, please go and rate episode 1 if you really enjoyed it. So she's not even confident in her own product. So that's all you need to know going into this season.
Why can't anybody write a good show nowadays?
I'll just stick this or season 1. Thank you.
The problem for me is like,
Yeah.
and I said this, I think on a stream, some other stream, Jodie Foster, she's done the same role over and over for the last, I'd say 15 years. It's
Yep.
the
Yeah.
same character.
Oh, is
She-
this
like, she's-
Silence of the Lambs?
Yes,
Chris-
Clarice.
Clarice.
Yeah, she's stuck doing the same character, and she's getting into that trap that Pacino and De Niro, like De Niro's kind of gone into comedy and doing other roles to get away from it because he was kind of getting in that trap. But Pacino, he's kind of doing the same thing over again, and I hate to say that, but like
It might be an
she's-
age thing as well, in all honesty.
He's 80 and needs the money. He's got like
Yeah, he just had another kid, right?
he has like 813 kids now.
Who? Whoa, whoa.
Jodie
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Foster, by the way, she had a sex scene in the second episode, and it
Oh
is
hell
the
yeah.
most awful thing you will ever do in your life.
Yeah, with
If
Doctor
you-
Who.
If you needed two things, if you wanted to know what it was like if a woman was faking with you, and you also wanted definitive proof that Jodie Foster is a lesbian, watch that sex scene.
never experienced that. Sorry.
Yeah,
it was bad. That Christopher Eccleston, he's fat and old, and she's Jodie Foster, and they have no chemistry whatsoever. And they
She's
really
61, bro.
Do
She's
the two
61.
leads have chemistry at least? These two? At
No,
all?
No.
don't.
No,
they don't
She has
like each
more-
other at all.
she has better
That to
chemistry
me-
with the little boy, the young kid cop. Right, he's just got there. He's kind of like a
Yeah,
rookie. You know
Pryor,
what I'm talking
yeah.
about? I told my wife, I'm like, I hope these two hook up so badly. I want
That
her
would
to,
make
like-
sense for Jodie Foster's character. She's
Yeah.
fucked the
It
rest of the
would.
count at least.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For season 1, to me, the story is great, the writing is great, but the chemistry between the two leads just, I think, elevated the series. I can't say the same for 2 and 3, in my opinion, but if they don't have any type of chemistry, this is not going to go well.
No, and the other actress she's new to acting. She's a pro boxer, so she acts like a pro boxer. Yeah,
Oh.
she was a two weight division champion. Like, she's a good boxer, but doesn't mean she's a good actress. But she can, like, she looks like she could kick ass. I could buy that. Yeah, she could kick ass, I guess. She's still kind of not, but she looks like a bit of a dude. Well, you saw the scene where she's graping the guy. Sorry, YouTube grape.
Grape.
Yeah, grape. So he's like, no, get off, stop, and she's like, no, and we're like, yeah, go get it, girl. I guess is what we say.
The other thing this show does, like, I guess a little more subtly than all the other stuff does, is it really does emasculate every male character at every turn it can.
I'm
like
out.
it
Hate
really
that.
does not
I
shy from
hate
it.
that.
I'm out. I cannot stand lately low T type of male characters. I understand there's a place for them. I understand if it's a really well written story and they're included, but I cannot.
So-
I'm tired of it. I'm just tired.
It's not
of it.
even that they're low T. It's that the
That they're-
two
it's
female leads
choice. I know what
specifically.
you mean.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
they intentionally go and make
They
references
make the men
or
look so
allusions.
bad.
Exactly.
that.
Make them look weak.
Oh.
Make them look like they have no power. Make them look like they're dumb. Like it's
Yeah.
very clear what the purpose of the season is, and that's why Nick put the guy that started the series.
Pizzoletto,
Yeah,
something
He had
like
no
that.
input on this season whatsoever. This is all Issa
Oh.
Lopez.
I'll stick to the Sopranos.
George Lopez.
Issa Lopez.
I wish.
We-
You know what? Jodie Foster, not my favorite actress at all by any means. She's actually the worst part of Maverick, but she is.
She's like
she's
Mel.
boys with
Agreed.
Melly Gibbs, and she gave him work when no one else would. So she has a soft spot in my heart still.
Yep.
So.
Fair. All right.
What is? Has anyone seen that new movie with Mel Gibson in it? Because everyone was watching it on the airplane when I was flying back last
What
night.
new movie?
A new one.
What new movie?
I don't know. It's some movie, and there's it opens with a woman that's homeless, and she has a kid, and then there's a cracky looking white dude, and then I don't know what happened because I don't have the hookups to watch it. I don't have the
Braveheart?
device.
Braveheart. Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know,
Braveheart,
but
yeah.
he ends up talking to him. I'm gonna look this up. I'm curious.
How much?
We got
Desperation
MVP in the
Road.
chat. Max, hello. We also have Casey here. Hey, Casey, good to see you.
There's a couple of movies from 2023. He's got Confidential Informant, Desperation Road,
Yeah, these all sound like
Yeah.
bangers.
On the
Yeah,
I want to
Line.
see I want to see a True Detective season with.
Oh,
Mel
it's
Gibbs.
Desperation
Oh, that would be
Road.
good.
That would be great.
Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. It's the unofficial
Yes.
Lethal Weapon
Christopher
5.
Walken. Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
well,
was watching Desperation Road on the airplane. I saw at least like 4 or 5 people watching it. So
Okay.
What we got here is a guy.
He was in the Continental. That was good.
Yeah.
He was
I
good in
haven't
that.
finished.
Yeah.
I haven't finished that. Is it worth finishing? I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's one more episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give it a watch.
you're,
I might as well
you're there. You're 2/3 there.
yeah. I watch. Listen, 24/7. I mostly watch Seinfeld all the time. So
Based, yes.
Yes, yes.
Seinfeld.
When in
huh?
doubt.
And you'd appreciate this, Nadia.
yeah,
There it is. Yeah.
yeah. I
Oh,
haven't
whoa, whoa,
finished-
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I will
Jay.
start an.
how did they
Ask
let
me.
you get that on your
Nice.
your
I will
license
start
plate?
an episode like randomly because I've
Pop
seen
culture.
the full all seasons. I'll just start and then watch it till the end, and then choose another starting point and watch it till the end. So it's my comfort movie, comfort show.
It's the best thing Netflix ever did was pick up
Mm.
Seinfeld.
It's the only
I have
reason
the
why
Lego
I have it.
set right there. I have the Lego set right there.
It's
You
so
have a
good.
Lego set for
Seinfeld. Here,
And
give
we're
me a
like, we're
Yeah,
like
yeah, go
2
get it.
generations away from nobody understanding any of those jokes in that show.
If you Nadia, you said you start from season 1 of Seinfeld and watch forward.
So I've watched from 1 till I think there's 9.
9.
So what I'll do is once I get to the end, I'll pick like a random episode in like season 2 or season 3 and then watch all the way to the end and then go back and pick another random episode to start from and finish it to the end.
Oh,
There's
no
Seinfeld
shit.
Legos. Wow.
That's
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
I
cool.
have this. I got Fasuli Jerry.
Ah, I love it.
Oh, we all know where that's going.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right up
He's
Frank's
not even
ass.
Italian. Oh my god.
Everybody- Yes, man.
Yeah, I'm with AJ in the chat. I don't sleep unless Seinfeld's on. That's my like sleeping show.
Oh.
Here's my go-to.
Oh, that's a good,
Nah.
that's a
I
good
just
finisher.
watched that episode like 2 days ago. It
So
was
funny.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap this puppy up. We'll go around and hear from what they're doing next. You guys are all busy boys and girls, except for Dawn.
Yeah.
So Jay, Gooch, you got something
Oh,
going on every night. You're busy man.
Yeah. Just trying to, get the name out there, Diabolical Souls, or as everyone calls me, Gooch.
Gooch.
Yeah, tomorrow night I'm going to be doing the Arcane episode 1 breakdown. We have a whackload of guests coming on.
Jay,
go
you
ahead.
undersell your guests. You had the guy who created the boys yesterday.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That's
what
Yeah.
AAA guy are you going to have on tomorrow?
And today too, like you have bangers on your show all the time.
I try. I everyone
Stop
asks
being
me, and I
humble,
just
Jay. Brag a little bit.
Yeah.
no, I can't do that.
I'll do
I
it for
honestly,
you.
I ask and they come back. They come on and they come back and we create like Derek Robertson was on last night. He was calling me Gooch in the back room last night. It was a great conversation. It was really too bad the audio was breaking. His internet was breaking up. He says he wants to come back. He's going to get it sorted out. He's going to come back and he's going to do actually about probably 3 more streams because he wants to promote some books and talk more. He loved being on there, which I'm happy. And tonight I had Kelsey Shannon on, a legend in comic books also. Had him on before. He's just a great guy to have on. He's awesome. He's hilarious. And then tomorrow night I'll be doing Arcane with the guys. It's Depenzo, amateur analyst, Andrew. I forget. I know Nadia, you were an Arcane fan. You were mentioning, yeah. So yeah, anyone that wants to jump on to review Arcane, let me know. We'll get you on in certain episodes.
That was
and
such a beautiful
I'd like to
show.
be on there too. Yeah.
yes, you're been part of that group. And then Saturday you can catch me on Saturday Night Hypnosis with on Hypnotics channel. I'm on there with those goons, and I was also on Coach's channel. Was it yesterday? Before
I lost track
my
of time
interview.
now.
yeah, the Coach MC. I did an interview on there. We're looking at my art that I've done and had a great time. And I'm just hanging around, being me. So go check out Diabolical Souls Presents and subscribe. I appreciate it. So
The Gooch has bangers. It does. Yes, he does have bangers. So yeah, check him out. His link is in the chat. Go sub if you're not already. Speaking of bangers, Josh.
Sorry.
Wait. Why did we laugh when Zach said, "Speaking of bangers, Josh"?
I don't know why they laughed. I meant it.
Why.
I meant it. I meant it.
What do I have going on tomorrow night? I'm going to be on Roman's channel. We're going to be talking about 12 Monkeys.
Good
Friday
movie.
night. Yeah, Friday night I'm going to be slurping Zach's bathwater.
Nice.
Saturday night I'm going to go period kiss my girlfriend from high school, and then Sunday I'm going to go find some random person's grave to stick my.
It's got to be
Willie
raining
in.
though. It's got to be raining though.
Look, we're getting plenty of rain around here, so it's okay.
You did show that. Yeah, it is. It's got that nice mud there. That nice mud at your place.
It's nice and moist.
it's moist. Yeah, moist.
Best word.
Tuesdays are crowded,
but no,
but
seriously,
Josh is
Thursday
worth
night
it.
Roman's channel. Sunday night it should be on Max's.
You're good, Josh. Go ahead.
You're good.
Oh, sorry. Thursday night I'm going to be Roman's channel. Sunday night it should be on Max's channel for Max's Man Cave, and then Tuesday we've got Culture Popped. So come get popping.
Tuesdays are crowded, dude, but you're worth it. It's go check out get popped. Vex. Speaking of popped, does that work? No, not really. Vex, you are everywhere, but you've taken like a sabbatical for a couple of days, and I missed you.
Mhm.
I'm burnt out. That's exactly what it is. I'm completely fucking burnt out. So I have the most exciting thing coming up is I will be having a stream on my channel for the first time next Saturday. Nadia will be present as well, so we're looking forward to that. So keep your eye out for a very sexy thumbnail showing up on your feed real soon. But other than that, I'll have 2 videos next month as well. January has just been a bit of a clusterfuck, so I've been taking a seat back from content.
What's up on the gaming side?
Working on a Pal World video right now.
All right.
If I can stop playing Pal World, I'm not gonna lie, Zax. I was really sad that I had to be on the stream tonight because I just wanted to play Pal World.
It's that good, huh?
It's that good. I'm having a lot of. As soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna go and play some more before I go to bed.
I'm gonna check tomorrow if I can play it on my laptop. I'm gonna see.
It's worth it. It's so much fun. Oh my goodness. But I have that planned for the gaming channel. A couple other games I'm interested in, but I think just once I stop working the second job, I'll have a little bit more free time. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the chat does not believe that AJ watched Count of Monte Cristo, so to no one's surprise. Nadia, what's up with you?
Tomorrow on the Inside All Day podcast, there's Dames and Dorks. We have Miss Sassy as our guest. We may or may not all be dressing up as mob wives. We'll see. And then Saturday, what do I got? Oh, Saturday we have session 2 on the Inside All Day gaming channel for our session 2 for our D&D session. We took a little bit of a break, so session 2 will be on that Saturday evening. And then I don't know where else I'm somewhere next week, I'm sure. Aren't I back next week? I don't remember.
Yes, you're back here next week.
Okay, I'm at least back here next week. That's as far as I can tell you.
And so is your gaming channel separate? I gotta find it
it's
now.
Inside All Day Gaming. I
Okay.
just created it a while back. But if you follow me on Twitter, I post where I'm at all the time.
Okay. So everyone's links are in the description of the show too. So get that there as well. But go subscribe to Inside All Day Podcast. And next week we have Cameron Pastor coming back on to talk about some paranormal stuff. And so Nadia's going to be here for that.
I love that. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Lady B, what's up with you?
I have my last installment of the Silmarillion book club on Sunday, and then I think we're going to do some kind of a White Cloak stream by the end of the month. I'm not sure what we're going to be streaming on because I've had some like personal stuff come up that's kind of limiting what I am, my ability to like make stuff. We were going to do kind of a like ranking wheel of time battles from the book and stuff, and I was going to make some cool visuals and stuff, but I'm not sure if some of the potential guests are having issues, so we might just do a regular chill stream instead. So either way, there will be a White Cloak stream, and then I'm doing one on Sunday, so that's coming up.
Cool. And you got to have a girl stream again. I always say that, but
I'm gonna have to
Ladies'
think
night.
of something. Yeah, ladies' night again, because that was really fun. That was fun.
so you're a big part of White Cloaks as well. So I'll drop that link in the chat too. Subscribe to her both places, please.
Yeah,
find viewers.
I usually don't make videos there, but I just help them on the back end a lot and do editing and like make thumbnails for them and stuff. Yeah, I
Hopefully-
agree, Bush. Do might as well. Yeah, that's definitely on there.
And Copa, you dropped your review of The Bear.
Yeah, I got Don to watch it, and he says he loves it. It's one of the best shows of all time. It relaxes him. It's his go to bed show that he watches. So
Wow.
yeah. So I'm glad to do that for Don, and I will do that for the rest of you if you guys go watch that video. And then I'm just going to switch it up. I'm just going to do House of the Dragon videos all the time now, 24/7. House of Dragon videos.
I know. I have some I want to make. I'm just
Come subscribe.
I'm not sure if I'm there yet.
PowerPoint presentation for 20 minutes. You're going to love it.
I can't wait.
Drop the link. I want that right now.
Yeah.
Put that in my veins.
I'm dropping the link to his video here, so you can go start on the Bear video right away, and then subscribe to Copa if you're not already. Don.
By the way, was BA seriously debating you on Snyder in your premiere?
I don't know. I don't know if he was joking around or not. I was taking it as a joke. I didn't give a shit. But it kind of seemed like he maybe he took some medication and was actually chill about
Because like
the whole
he
Snyder
popped
thing.
he popped into MMM as well to make like a joke. It seemed, but it seemed
It just felt like a joke. It felt it's odd because he was joking. It felt like he chilled out a little bit, like maybe he mellowed out on the Snyder. Maybe he's going to come over to our side and realize that
No,
Snyder's...
he's still being a fuckwad on Twitter with the Eric July stuff. So
He was on AJ's channel too, debating AJ about that stuff.
yeah, and was a fuckwad there as well. Yeah.
He's an EVSer, so
What's an EVSer?
Ethan Von Schreiber.
Ethan Van Sciver.
Why I always mix it up.
I don't
Look,
I'm not
dude,
into-
if you guys don't recognize that Asom is the best comic ever written, then I can't help you at all.
So we have 1 and 2. It's not my cup of tea. Like I support what he's trying to do, but it's not my cup of tea of a comic. I
It's
like
shit.
darker
It's
shit
not good.
anyway.
Yeah, Josh, let's go.
Dude, Derek June knows what he's doing. Okay.
Let him cook.
Yeah, let him cook, dude.
I agree. He can cook, but he can't write comics. So there's a big debate right now with the 3D assets. Did he know? When did he know? There's some fun stuff happening out there.
He knew. They all knew. They knew what they were doing.
He's still making
He's out-
money. He does not care.
Yeah, pull up. Let's have a civilized debate in the hood, please.
Yes. AJ's defense of the pull-up comment, though, is kind of like you fall apart there, AJ.
Yeah.
You can't defend that. Say that. Let's have a conversation off to the side. That's not what pull-up means.
Not in that context.
No.
Someone's getting shot.
And AJ says, "Well, I'm from Memphis, so I know this stuff." Like, give me a break, AJ. You take baths. You take baths. You have no street cred whatsoever.
Isn't Memphis a country like city too?
Memphis is a city.
No.
Yeah.
No, a country city though. Like, isn't country music really big in Memphis?
No.
Yeah.
Memphis is hood as shit in the
Yeah.
South.
But not as good
Maybe
as
like
South Side of
country
Chicago
grammar.
is. Get together.
AJ had to get out of the bath to come and comment on that. So,
Critiqued your ass, shit.
Pull
yeah.
up. Pull up.
Pull up.
Come on. Maybe you meant pull up diapers. I
Yeah,
don't know.
pull up AJ.
Oh man, I gotta find that photo too.
Of AJ?
Of that debate, a diagram of the debate that AJ had with those the 5 white dudes.
Oh yeah. Where AJ
was
got
One of our
whited.
chat.
Yes,
AJ gets whited.
AJ got whited. It was pretty amazing
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, I got Cameron on next week. That's gonna be fun. Circle of Jerks, I think I'm hosting this week on Saturday, so I'll be back. And we're gonna be looking at cringe, and maybe I'll show you that photo of AJ with his boys. Because I'll have it ready for then.
Was it a
And,
limp biscuit?
well,
Are they around a bath?
he's surrounded by these guys.
Yeah, he's going to get a bath afterwards.
He's gonna get a bath.
At the end.
I bet he
Yes.
showers first and then takes a bath.
But Don, Hilt's hurt. What's going on there? Before we go,
Nothing.
go subscribe to Hilt's hurt.
Don't go over there.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
go over there. Listen, it's doing just fine right now. We just passed 750 subs after
Yeah.
making this like a couple months ago. It's pumping along. It's good. We got a video that just came out, hit 5K views, and it's working really well. And if you want advice on YouTube, you got to drill down. Can't be making stuff about Asian sumos and then the bear. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah. No,
You're
yeah.
a fucking maniac. You're a psychopath.
Yeah.
YouTube's
Yeah.
not going to put you up. Me, I'm praising the little algorithm god. I'm sucking its toes. I'm slurping up the cum that's left over in the bathtub. Of the algorithm.
Hey, you know what? I was surprised there wasn't any weird feet stuff in this movie.
True. He was
Oh, then
missing
maybe
from
I'll
that.
watch it.
Yeah, there's no black people in it though.
Wait. Vex has a theory for that.
Vex. No.
I
Why
didn't
is
see
there
no
no
feet.
feet?
No
Different
feet. Well,
fetishes. Different
yeah.
fetishes. Yeah.
So I don't know about parts of the country for this stuff. Will I'm not in that country, but I could say that like this is the same guy who then said because the guy came to his store with a sticker, he should shoot him. So it's kind of like there seems to be a bit of a violent overtone to his communication when he says that's his response. Pull up, man, a nice debate.
Yeah.
Bring a sticker, means
Motherfucker,
I should shoot you.
you pull up with stickers. I will call the cops. That's
right.
some hood shit.
I'm gonna ventilate that bitch. That's what he said. Yeah, that's.
But he called
that
the cops instead.
That could mean air out the area too. It could.
I'm so lost at what happened, but you know what? I'm okay with that.
You're fine. You're fine. You're good.
It's becoming very deep lore now, Nadia.
Is
Yeah.
it? Is
Yeah.
it? I'm just.
He needs
I'm not
notice on a
invested.
pull up.
Is it? Wait. Will it be better than Saltburn though?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Maybe I'll be
actual
invested.
drama and lore to this now.
Okay. There's actual characters.
Lore?
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is there world building as well?
Oh, Copa.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you gotta ignore that shit.
Oh, hey, can I plug something real quick?
Yeah.
For real, this is something I'm working on in the background. I'm writing a novel called Why Not Weimar. I know I talked about it before as a joke, and I'm legit working on this thing now because I bought it on Audible. Copa's book, so check it out. I'm going to be actually just ripping it almost line from line. I'm going to try to see if I can put it on Amazon.
That sounds great.
It's a 1930s German-inspired version of your book.
Josh looks so excited to be here.
Isn't Copa's book a trilogy? So aren't you gonna have to
Yeah,
make a trilogy now?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. You take the lead,
This sounds
Daddy. I'm
great.
right behind you.
Dude, I'm more than happy to write Why Not Weimar, the prequel.
Vex wants to play Cal so bad right now. All right, let's hit the music. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, chat. You guys are awesome. And we will see you on, well, I'll be on JT Gunn's channel tomorrow, so I'll see some of you there.
Awesome.
Hopefully come hang out. And then Saturday. So, yeah, good night.
Have a good one.
Respect to the trans community. And fuck you, transphobes.
Trans people are my friends. Transphobes gon' catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them for where we're going in. Trans people are my friends. Transphobes gon' catch these hands. Trans people are my friends. So respect them for where we're going in. Transphobes, show your fucking out. I'll knock you out. I'll knock you out. Transphobes, show your fucking out. I'll knock you out. You better watch out. Trans people are my friends. Transphobes gon' catch these hands.